Jamhuri ya Kenya. Ngoje kidogo. Mkiniona hapa kwa mlango, munipigie kelele na makofi. Si ndio? Haya. Hebu pigeni vile mtapiga nisikie. Hata nduru tu. Iko top. Haya, ngojeni tu. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, assuming hamumujui hamujai muona, munamkaribisha for the very first time. Ladies and gentlemen, our candidate for council member, Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, Madam Martha Sirengo. Makofi kwake tele. Jamani, mumekaa chini tena? Jamani, mumekaa chini. Jamani, mumekaa. Karibu kae Madam Sirengo. Karibu. Madam, hiyo nyimbo ni yako. Hiyo nyimbo ni yako. Si udance kidogo. Unataka udance kidogo. Makofi kwa Mama Martha Sirengo. Makofi jamani. Makofi. Anapendeza ama apendezi? Anaweza ama hawezi? Makofi kwake. Thank you council member, karibu sana. Sasa usiondoke, ukae tu hapo. Ndio huyu DJ. Amesikia ngoma, ndio huyu amechangamka. DJ, fanya ile kitu. Hiyo makaribisho ni mzuri, si ndio? Ndio hata siku nyingine wewe pia ukitaka kuwa council member, because I have hope nyinyi pia mtapata hiyo nafasi. Tutakukaribisha hivyo tu. Sawa? Haya, tunataka kwenda Mount Kenya kidogo. Wakipata tu tunaenda. Muko chonjo? Haya, si tutafanya vile? Nifanye vile? Haya, ngojeni. Linda, uko sure uko tayari? DJ. Iko chonjo? Haya, ningojeni tu dakika moja. Haya, asante. Uko tayari DJ? DJ Linda. Hey, mabibi na mabwana, mniaje? Mko fiti? Ninataka kumkaribisha council member mwingine. Mutampa shamra ama namna gani? Huyu council member ni barobaro. Yaani ana uwezo. Umri umekubali. Nyinyi pia mmemkubali. Si mumuonyeshe vile mtamkubali. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for council member Sylvester Ndungu. Stanley Ndungu ni wiradi, Stanley Ndungu. Makofi kwa bwana Stanley Ndungu. Ona vile anatembea na madaha. Ona tu. Makofi kwa bwana Stanley. Alafu ucheze kidogo bwana Stanley. Kila mtu anacheza. Makofi kwa bwana Stanley. Tusikae chini. Hata wewe unaweza cheza pia hapo juu. Makofi kwa bwana Stanley Ndungu. Council member wetu mtarajiwa. Makofi. Asante sana council member Stanley Ndungu. Inakuaje? Mko fiti? Mko poa? Tuite mwingine ama tuachie hapo? Tuite mwingine? Haya sawa. Sawa. Haya. Usimnipigie makofi pia. Usimnipigie makofi. Leo naonekana nitapunguza kilo kidogo. Nipigieni makofi. Haya, asante. Haya, sawa, karibu. Haya. Makofi. Munamjua, munamtambua, mumemkubali, mumesema tik siku ya Jumatano, si ndio? Tumuonyeshe upendo wenu. Mabibi na mabwana, please put your hands together for Madam Catherine Patricia. Makofi kwake. Mamina utudansie kidogo, council member. Makofi kwake. Dance. Makofi. Imekubali hajakubali? Council member ndio huyo. Makofi kwake. Kabisa. Kabisa. Leo ni ile siku. Makofi. Asante sana Madam Council Member mtarajiwa, karibu. Makofi tena kwake. Asante. Mko lively. Mimi nashukuru. Haya, zuia hapo DJ, zuia hapo. Wacha nimtafute mgeni mwingine kama yuko tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Haya, sasa hivi tu ninarudi. Sasa hivi tu. Haya. Mabibi na mabwana, msimame kwanza. Alafu mtayarishe mikono. Huyu muungwana lazima tumkaribishe kwa shangwe na nderemo. Amewahudumia before as a council member. Anawategemea tena kwamba Jumatano mtahakikisha anafanya nini? Anarudi. Hii ni tamu ngapi? Hii ni ngapi? Siski. Haya, mmesema wenyewe. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for council member Bwana Mark Kanda. Makofi. Bwana Mark Kanda, usikae, tucheze kwanza Bwana Mark. Mark, tucheze. Hapo. Hiyo sasa. Hapo. Makofi kwa Bwana Makanda tafadhali. Karibu sana Bwana Makanda. Anywhere tafadhali keti upate nafasi hapa. Tunashukuru. Karibu sana. Asanteni. Makofi kwa Bwana Makanda, council member kwa mara ya pili katika Kisimu. Aya. Si mwingine na yeye pia akaribishe council member mwingine. Si mwingine nani atajaribu? Frank. Haya, tunakuja sasa hivi tu. Haya, tunakuja. Haya. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Mko aje, mko fiti? Naomba tena kwa mara nyingine msichoke, munyanyuke juu. Huyu bwana ni barobaro. Anasema time yake inakaribia. Time yake imefika. Amewahi kuwa represent tena. Kama council member, si ndio? Tunasema ni ngapi? Ni nyinyi mmesema, si mimi. Mabibi na mabwana, please put your hands together for council member. Kijana mtanashati, barobaro hivi, mambo. Anaitwa Bwana Fidel Mwema, council member. Anawania mara ya pili. Karibu bwana. Salimia watu wako hao wamekukubali. Alafu unasikia hiyo nyimbo tunacheza? Hebu tuonyeshe pale. Yes. Nyimbo ni kagita tu, unasikia kagita.
Yesu ataiwe. Hallelujah. Hedha no inyeke singane na male yanye. Osanga dhoma siya we otaiwa. Hedha no inyeke singane na male yanye. Osanga dhoma siya we otaiwa. Yesu ataiwe.
Asante. Makofi Bwana Fidel Mwema. Makofi kwa kijana barobaro. Anawakilisha mara ngapi? Make sure Wednesday imetimia. Asante sana. Sasa Sasa mimi naomba tufanye hivi. DJ shikilia hapo kidogo. Mimi naomba tufanye hivi. Si mahali mmekaa? Naomba msimame mkuje hapa. Nyinyi shiodhe. Nyinyi shiodhe. Naomba mkuje hapa tini hapa. Tufanye vitu vya maajabu ajabu because huyu mgeni mwaliko anataka tumlete afujo. Wengine wawe upande huu, wengine wawe upande huu. Tafadhali. Kujeni tafadhali. Kujeni. This is our night. This is the grand finale. Wengine wawe upande huu wanaangalia hawa na hawa wanaangalia. Bora lakini meza mkigonga ni sawa. Bora tu usiumie. Nataka tujiachilie kabisa. Tuje hapa chini tafadhali. Karibuni. Mdosi wewe tulia. Mdosi wewe tulia kabisa. Haya, kujeni hivi. Twende paka kule. Hii kiwanja ni yetu sisi wote. Haya, hebu tufanye warm up. Sasa mimi sasa huyu bwana ndio chief guest. Anatembea hapa katika. Nataka nione tu mtafanyaje. Hebu wewe tembea tu. We. Tembea na maringo yako yote kabisa. Bado. Boss wangu, hiyo wewe umeisikia mali? Imekufurahisha? Unataka wafanyeje? Kama unataka waruke sema waruke. Kama unataka waimbe sema. Kama haijakufurahisha turudie. Wasonge hivi. Haya. Nataka uanzie hapo, urudi hivi. Ukisikia imekutosha, ndio nitaita mgeni. Ukisikia imekushika kwa roho, nitaita mgeni. Kama si hivyo, tunarudia mpaka ile saa itafika. Haya, mgeni wa heshima ndio huyo mgeni wa heshima. Mnamuona? Haya, chapeni kazi. Ngoja. Iko chonjo. Lakini wasipo dance haijafika, si ndio? Kwa ni wimbo tu na mgeni. Haya. Are you ready? Mko tayari? Mnataka kumkaribisha mwenyekiti. Huyu mwenyekiti mnamjua? Mnamtambua? Sasa mimi nataka mfanye hivi. Badala mimi nimtaje jina. Nataka ni count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nyinyi wenyewe mshout jina alafu aingie. Si ndio? Ndio nijue kweli jina yake kila kitu. Mnajua jina zake 3 za nguvu. Akiingia hapa mnamtaja jina. Sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, I give you your new chairman. Mbona sisikii jina yake? Mbona hamumtaji jina jameni? Chairman anaitwa nani? Zuia hapo. Chairman anaitwa nani? Chairman, rudi hapa tafadhali. Sasa nasikia unapiga lapu ukienda ukirudi. Mukidance tu. Mpaka saa hilo utachoka. Haya, twende DJ. Karibisheni chairman tafadhali. Makofi mazito. Apite katikati tena. Aende arudi, au sio? Makofi kwa chairman wetu. Chairman Moses Alan Omondi. Ladies and gentlemen, hebu tukatike. Haya. Bwana mwenyekiti, karibu. Ukishaketi ndio sisi tutakaa. Sisi wafanyikazi wako. Makofi kwa bwana chairman. Makofi. Bwana chair, hebu sikiza. DJ Zuia. Wednesday ni nini? Kinaele? Wednesday kinaeleweka? Kura ngapi? Asilimia ngapi? 100 kwa? Ni nyinyi mmeahidi, si mimi. Asante sana bwana Chea, karibu. Wangwana, DJ cheza hiyo, nataka wakipanda ngazi wakidance hawa pia. Tuendelee. Wataka nyimbo gani? Nyimbo gani? Ya Waluya inaitwaje? Ohangala. Mbeho Free. Inaitwa tu hivyo, Mbeho Free. Hebu weka Mbeho Free. Hiyo. Linda anajua. Linda ni wa huko Mbeho Free. Nasikia wanacheza kila mahali, kanisani, kwa mazishi, kwa harusi, inachezwa kila mahali. Wekelea hiyo. Wekelea hiyo. Linda ni wa huko, si ndio? Anaitwa Munala, DJ Linda mwenyewe. Weka hiyo Mbeho Free. Alafu tuzungukie pale. Tupandie huko, kila mtu akae pale anakaa, si ndio? Haya. Haya, alafu naomba kitu kimoja. Najua kwa sababu nafasi bado ni nyingi, tukienda kukaa tusikae upande huu kwa sasa. Tujazane upande huu kwa sasa. Sawa? Na tukaribiane. Sawa? Ndio tukipiga picha tunapatana tukiwa tumefurahi, tabasamu. Haya, twende. Haya, tupeleke. Makofi delegates, makofi participants. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Haya. So nafasi hizi mpaka kwa hizi vitu za orange, naomba wale walikuwa wamekaa kule wachukue tu vitu zao waje hapa karibu tafadhali. Wale wako nyuma tujaze hizi nafasi za mbele. I'm saying that because tunapiga picha za kumbukumbu na tungependa zikiwa mnaziwatch, at least mnaona kuna watu walikuwa nyuma, tabasamu, watu wa Kakamega, watu wa Uasin Gishu, watu wa Udhumo, watu wa Kiambu. Sawa. Karibuni. Karibieni. Asante DJ. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, nimewaacha musettle. Ninataka nimuombe ndugu yangu atufungulie kwa maombi shughuli hii, halafu tuanze. Asante.
Let us bow down and stand, and we bow down for prayers. Dear Lord, we come to you today this evening for our grand finale dialogue and campaign. May you guide us, may you give us the wisdom, may you give us all what we require for today so that it can enter to our fellow practitioners, so that on Friday we can see Team Go forming the Kissim Council and their chairman, Mr. Alan Omondi. May you, God, bless us. And this is short prayer. Let us pray. Amen.
Asante. Si mnajisikia mko nyumbani sasa? Tuko fiti, si ndio? Ladies and gentlemen, once again I want you to put your hands together for Bwana Stanley Ndungu, council member mtarajiwa. Makofi kwake. Please also put your hands together for Madam Martha Sirengo, council member mtarajiwa. Put your hands together also for Madam Patricia Kathrima, council member mtarajiwa. Pigieni makofi Bwana Mark Kemboi Kanda, council member mara ya ngapi? Ya pili. Makofi kwake. Asante sana. Jamani, mpigieni makofi pia Bwana Fidel Mwema, council member mara ya ngapi? Asante sana. Halafu tumpigie makofi chairman wetu mtarajiwa, Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, ana tajriba ya kutajika, Bwana Moses Alan Omondi. Asanteni sana kwa kutupa kikao hiki, kuweza kujaliana pamoja nasi na wale ambao ni wafanyikazi katika taaluma hii ambao watawasaidia nyie kuingia katika ofisi kuwahudumia. Tunasema asante sana. Ladies and gentlemen, program yetu si ndefu na ni ndefu, lakini itaeleweka. Sawa sawa. We know we ought to have started a little bit earlier, But never mind. Mwenyezi Mungu amepanga shughuli hii kufanyika wakati huu. It's a Friday and I'm hoping that all of you will have time. If I'll be allowed, maybe I can announce that we hope to conclude anywhere between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Sio Bwana Chairman mtarajiwa. But we will be listening to the speeches. And then what I want to encourage all of you today, I know this is the day we call make or break. But I know you've made it already. Sawa sawa. Lakini mkishawasikiza hawa wangwana wakizungumza, manake this is the grand finale, the campaign ya mwisho ya Team Go. Tutawapatia nafasi ya maswali mawili matatu kuwauliza wangwana, kitu ambacho pengine hakijafafanuliwa katika kampeni utaweza kusikiliza. Alright? But the campaign has been quite elaborate. My understanding is that they've been able to visit a lot of the counties. They've been able to come to your institutions, universities, the counties, all the public institutions ambazo mnashiriki katika masuala ya procurement na supplies. Mmeweza kujumuika nao, sio? Na mkafanya maamuzi, si ndio? Kwa hivyo tayari mnawajua wagombea hawa. Kwa hivyo si mageni ambao watakuwa wanasema, ila kufafanua na pia kuwashukuru kwa kuwa mmeweza kuwashika mkono mpaka wakati huu. Team Go. Nafikiri wote mnafahamu Go inamaanisha nini katika Team Go. How many of you know? Hey, jameni, tunapiga kura Wednesday, Team Go. Hiyo GO inamaanisha nini? Nilikuwa natarajia mikono yote itakuwa juu. Hata kama hujui, unajua chairman ako hapa nawaona, ako hivi. Team Go inamaanisha nini? Yes.
Na wasalimu tena, hamjambo. Wale wote ambao tunajua Team Go inamaanisha nini. 3, 2, 1. Growth and opportunity. Asante sana.
Sasa kumbe mnajua, alafu mlikuwa mnanionea. Yaani mnaonea chairman na moto yake na kikosi yake. Haya, jameni. Sasa Go si ndio hivyo sasa? Sasa ni mwendo. Imebaki siku ngapi kabla ya kupiga kura? Leo ni Friday, imeenda. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Kama saa ngapi hivi Wednesday tunapata matokeo? Matokeo ni Friday. Hizi kura zenu kwani mnahesabu kama hizi za prezo za Kenya? Si mimi nilifikiri ni elektroniki tu, ikiingia hivi na hivi tu. Lazima. Haya, sawa basi. Haya, sawa. Tutasubiri. Sasa basi, program yetu ni kama ifuatavyo, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be discussing the 7-point agenda. Taweza kusikiliza kutoka kwa chairman mtarajiwa pamoja na council members watarajiwa. Watakuwa wanazungumzia legal reforms, watakuwa wanazungumzia capacity building and training, member advocacy, strategic partnerships, member inclusion and engagement, institutional stability, halafu mwisho na muhimu na kuu zaidi, growth and opportunities. As I said, this is a grand finale for the Go team. Campaign ya lala salama. Na pia tutakuwa baadaye tunasikiliza ama kusikiza. You know, the beauty about hii campaign team ni kwamba watu wameshawakubali tayari. Alright? So kuna endorsement, wale wamesha endorse tayari. Alright? Organizers and partners. Na kuna wale wametoa testimonial kuhusu campaign ambao hawa mabwana wamefanya na mabibi. Na pia kazi ambazo wamehudumia katika KISM. Kwa sababu si wageni, si ndio? Si mmewaona katika shughuli tofauti. Sasa wanataka uongozi. Hicho tu ndio wanaomba. Ili wasukume gurudumu ya Kenya Institute Supplies Management kutoka pale ilipo. Iende wapi? Iende mbele zaidi. Haya basi. Kwa kifupi tu, nataka nianze na program yetu ya kwanza. Ili nimwalike mgeni wetu wa kwanza aweze kuzungumza na kuweza kuhighlight tu yale masuala ambayo nimeweza kuzungumzia. Ladies and gentlemen, si mgeni. Narudia tena, ni mtu muungwana sana. Nimewahi kukutana naye mara nyingi. Sasa katika hawa candidates, nataka yeye ndiye awe wa kwanza kuzungumza. Mtamkaribisha kwa makofi mazuri. Kwa makofi mazuri. Ili tuweze kuzungumzia. Program yetu inazungumzia, tushafanya mambo ya introduction. Tuzungumzie thematic areas, ambazo ni presentation. Halafu tuingie katika campaign trail. Wangapi waliwaona huko mashinani? Mliwaona huko Uasin Gishu, Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri, Western, South Rift, mlikuwa nao, si ndio? Kwa hivyo wametembea kutembea. Sawa basi. ili kutuongoza katika masuala ya point agenda number 1. Naomba mumkaribishe kwa makofi ya kilo sana. Nataka nimwalike council member Bwana Fidel Mwema aje atuzungumzie kuhusu legal reforms. Inamaanisha nini kwa Team Go na inamaanisha nini kwa Kenya Institute of Supplies Management katika mwamko huu mpya ambao unaongozwa na chairman wetu Bwana Moses. Makofi tena kwake. Asante.
Good evening. This one. Naweza tusaidia kusongesha hii pale hivi kidogo. Kumbe mtu akiwa hapa mbele anaona mkikaa vizuri hivyo. You guys look very serious. Amjambo. God is good and all the time. Hebu salimia your neighbor na umwambie kura yako haitapotea. Mwambie tena mpaka asikie. Kura yako haitafanya nini? So kwa majina, my name is Fidel Mwema. I just want to give a brief introduction. Fidel Mwema is the Director Procurement County Government of Makueni. And Fidel Mwema has been serving Kisii members for the last 3 years, courtesy of the votes that they casted in January 2023. And this is another opportunity for the membership to review what we have been able to deliver for those 3 years and then do judgment accordingly. Of course, we believe we've been able to serve diligently, and we would wish to continue serving members in the best way possible. In the Kisii Council, I served as the chairman audit committee, and as it shall be presented in this year's AGM in April, you will see for the first time, Kisii will be getting unqualified opinion from the Office of Auditor General. Hebu tujipigie makofi. That will be the first time. We may not be sure when the second time will happen, because getting unqualified opinion, it's something that does not happen every year. Of course, it was a result of identifying issues and areas that were not working. We developed policies to do with risk management and control of resources in that committee. And we are pleased that our efforts contributed to making sure that the resources of the Institute are prudently used. I also served as the chair disciplinary committee, and I think that is important. We just give a background of who we are and what we have been able to do for the last 3 years before I go to the first point for Team Go. So in the disciplinary committee, we were able to review the disciplinary procedure. Previously you were supposed to attend any disciplinary proceedings in person, but we allowed members to be able to join virtually. They can also be represented by lawyers. And we signed MOU with the ESCC so that if after investigations, our members are accused of professional negligence and misconduct, then instead of them being taken to courts, then they can be referred to the Institute through the appropriate disciplinary mechanisms, and then we be able to review and also give verdict. And I think we were able to handle 163 cases, and where we found those allegations were just out of, you can call them vexatious allegations, then the committee did not hesitate, but threw out those allegations. I want to go to the first point for Team Go, and I just want one person aniambie, because I'm the first speaker, kama unajua all the aspirants under Team Go by names, mtu mmoja tu aniambie kama anajua all aspirants kwa Team Go by names. Mmoja tu asimame nisomee wote. Okay, ladies first. Yes.
One, two.
By names.
By names.
Yes.
First, the chair is Moses Alan Omondi. Then Fidel Mwema. We have Mark Kanda.
Yes.
We have Kadurima. We have Sirengo Mother.
Yes.
And I know this Stanley. Yes.
And there is another one. This is
And
Stanley.
there's another youth.
Yes,
who's
Gen Z.
here.
Anaitwa
Gen
Nu
Z.
Abdullahi Hassan.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Tupigie makofi. So I want to go straight to the first point in our manifesto, and that is legal reforms. And let me tell you one thing. These agenda items are based on issues. When we were serving in the Kisim Council, we realized some issues were not working. And therefore, we tried to develop and come up with the mechanisms on how, if we get into the office, we will be able to address those challenges and also the issues that were not working. Of course, with the new members that have just joined us in our team, as members also, they were able to see what was not working in the council, and also as members, the experiences that they had. And that is how we developed our 7-point agenda. So legal reforms, point number 1, we are saying, if today, and there has been a lot of discussion in various WhatsApp groups, we are saying, if today you retire, and you have all this experience and all this knowledge you've been able to acquire over the years, we are asking ourselves, do you just go back home to become a farmer? Or you are able to be useful to yourself and be able to gain something out of your expertise that you've been able to gain over the years? We are also asking ourselves, if today Fidel Mwema was not working for government of Makueni County, and I'm not employed anywhere, what can I do with all the skills and knowledge that I have to be able to feed my family and also take care of myself? It has been very easy for lawyers. We are borrowing from our fellow practitioners in other fields and other fields. And we are saying for lawyers, it has become very easy because they graduate, they work under a senior lawyer, and then they end up opening a law firm. But for procurement people, you realize we only have less than 10 in the whole country who have offices that they can be able to wake up every morning and go to work from there. So what are we saying under legal reforms? We are saying there is space. We want to promote consultancy in the Republic of Kenya. We want to develop and borrow from LSK. LSK lawyers have what we call Advocates Remuneration Order. That is the document they use to charge you and to cost you once they offer services. We want procurement people also to have a legal document that they will be using to charge anyone when you are engaged to offer your expertise in any field. We also want to take advantage of the PPADA, those who are in public. You know, the government is the biggest spender in the Republic. So we want to take advantage of PPADA Section 5, which provides that if there is an act of parliament regulating professional services, then you don't need to procure those services. So we want to develop through SPMA a document we are calling scale of fees. That is the rates that our procurement people will be using to charge for their consultant services. That document is going to be passed by the parliament and therefore become implementable. And will be now in our public sector, will just be pre-qualifying procurement professionals, and they will be able to offer services as and when they are needed, and they will not be procured. Just for example, if today Makueni County is taken to court, I will not use the county attorney. I'll use a lawyer who has been pro-qualified by Makueni County. If today Makueni County wants to train procurement professionals, I'll go to Kisim and apply G to G. But I will not, if I need a consultant in procurement, I'll have to procure him, give him a tender, ajaze, then I'm able to engage him. But when we pass the scale office, we will not be required to procure anyone. We just pre-qualify all these consultants and call them. If I want you to talk to my friends and colleagues in Makueni about youth issues, and you are a practitioner below 35 years, you just register a firm, I call you and you give a talk. The other thing we are saying is that it has become very difficult for procurement space and opportunities to be ring-fenced and safeguarded for procurement practitioners. You have seen, jobs are advertised, and everybody, almost everybody, is qualified to be able to be employed. And like you've seen, Kera has advertised for a number of opportunities. But just see, once the shortlisting happens, all guys from all manner of qualifications, they'll be there. We want to put clear qualifications in the SPMA so that only procurement people will be licensed, and only procurement people will be able to get and to tap those opportunities. The other thing under legal reforms is that we have heard the cry. We cannot continue to do testing of some policies. So we have had the cry of the CPD policy, and of course we have the 40, that is the 30 and 10 structured CPD points. So of course it is agenda and our items, but under legal reforms our commitment is that we want to review the policy to be affordable, and also the policy to have CPD points that can be achieved without anyone having to struggle the way the current policy is. And also to be able to open the procurement practice for consultants who want to do business with the procurement profession. Then as I wind up, those who are in public sector and those who have been able to learn and also review the PPADA, you realize that the DGPPRA has a lot of power. That is the only person allowed by the PPADA to conduct investigations in public institutions. Now, when we come to SPMA, we say if any employer is found to have employed somebody who is not a procurement person and who is not registered by KISIM, that employer should be fined 500,000. But now the question is, who is going to enforce that? Is it the council? Is it the CEO KISIM? Or who is going to enforce that? Is it the disciplinary committee? So we are saying that when we'll be reviewing the SPMA, we will have to give specific powers to the CEO of KISIM. He is the accounting officer, so he will have specific powers to be able to enforce compliance in line with that act. And then finally, we have said EGP is a good move by the government of Kenya, and we embrace EGP. As council and also as procurement practitioners, we embrace automation of procurement services. However, we want a service, we want a system that does not go against the law, because we don't want our people to be taken to court. And therefore, our commitment when we get into office, starting next week on Friday, because we are very sure that we are going to win, is to champion for the EGP to be reviewed in terms of the process, so that it is aligned with the PPADA. Tukifika hapo, mimi nasema ni asante kwa kutusikiza. Thank you very much for supporting us and also walking this journey with us. It has not been easy, and it has been exciting when you send us text of encouragement and telling us that we are winning this, isn't it? And that is the feeling. And personally, I've been through this journey, by the way, with Kanda and CM Moses. This is our third time competing in KISIM elections. First time, and Moses always been a winner. Hebu tumpigie makofi. He has always been the winning side. Tuko pamoja. Me and Kanda, we are founders of Team Karani in 2019. But along the way, we were dropped. And we went independent because we decided we must vie. Tuko pamoja. When we went independent, sijui ni kura hazikutosha ama what happened. Out of the election, I'm the only candidate who went to court. But then after some point, after some time, I realized that the profession is bigger than whatever I thought would have gone wrong, isn't it? So independently, I withdrew that case and allowed the council to be gazetted and to move on. But 3 years later, we came, we were in different camps. Personally, I was vying in a different camp, and in my camp, I'm the only one who made it to the council. Because Team Karani, wacha tusikue formal sana, wacha pia tuwaambie mahali tumetoka. Team Karani was a strong team, I can tell you for a fact, because they got 6 out of 7 members inside the council. But that has been a journey that has been exciting. When I got him, many people, I met the director for Busia County Government, and he didn't know that I was campaigning in a different team. He told me, Karani alikuja kuomba kura hapa Busia, na akasema, wewe utakuja siku ingine, but tuwapigia kama team Karani, but I was not in Team Karani. So we want to tell you that we have been through this journey. We are able to analyze the chances of winning, and we have seen that we are going to win. So even as you live here, and as you go to continue talking to our friends and colleagues in the profession, please believe in what we have been able to do so far, and be sure, come Friday, kuanzia saa 7 hapo, wale watu watatangazwa, wako wapi? Wako hapa. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can do better than that. Kwa council member mtarajiwa, amepiga 1 term, anaenda ya pili, alafu makofi tena kwa council member Fidel Mwema. Asante sana. Thank you so much for those wonderful remarks. As I mentioned earlier, hii team imebarikiwa, imekubalika. Kuna endorsements kubwa kubwa na testimonials. Very briefly, I just want to read a small testimonial, the first one and the second. I don't know if you can see from there. You can? If you can't, I'll read. Sasa huu muungwana anasema kwamba, I am delighted to confirm that I have secured an opportunity as procurement officer at Konza Technopolis Development Authority. Mpigieni makofi maze, hiyo ni job. This achievement is a result of academic qualification, professional credentials, continuous motivation, and most importantly, a powerful network. A heartfelt thank you to Moses Alan Omondi, Chairman makofi kwake tafadhali, whose guidance, encouragement, and vital connections played a pivotal role in linking me to this opportunity. His introductions paved the way, and his unwavering support truly made the difference. I stand as a living proof that dedication, mentorship, credentials, professional network equals success. This is Festus Mutai. Amekubali team go. Sawa sawa. Mwingine hapa anasema, I lack words to fully express what Moses Alan Omondi means to me. In one word, he is a man of the people. Simpigie makofi jamani. Well, I first met Moses Omondi in Kumasi, Ghana, on the sidelines of Supply Chain Research Summit while studying at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. A great mentor, he held my hand and guided me through many challenges. To date, he continues to guide and mentor me with his deep knowledge of procurement and supply chain management. Moses is a gem who raises the bar for all of us. Hey! Simuko kwa timu kubwa. Makofi, na nafurahi vile bwana Fidel amesema. They know the winning team. Si ndio? Simshasikia wanasiasa wetu pia wakisema, sisi tunajua. Tunajua vile tulifanya last year. Si ndio? Lakini hii team imekubalika na nyie wote. Si ndio? Makofi kwa wale wameendorse, wale wametoa testimonials ya kwamba wao watakuwa mstari wa mbele kupiga kura. And I know if we were to give you an opportunity to do the same, you will give wonderful testimonials, not just about our chairman, but also about these wonderful people here who are willing to walk this journey with him. Team Go, hoye! Haya. Sasa basi, niliwaambia hii safari imekuwa ndefu. Bwana chairman na hiki kikosi wametembea. Mimi kama mwanahabari sidhani kama nimetembea hivyo. Na imagine kwa manufaa yenu tu kukutana na nyinyi ili kuwasaidia kwenye ile 7-point agenda wako nayo, okay? From legal reforms, capacity building, mentorship, working together and kadhalika. Sasa niwape mfano tu kwa kifupi tu. Excuse me. Wametembea county tofauti kuanzia Mount Kenya region, Coast region, Nairobi, South Rift region, North Rift region, Western region na Nyanza. Huo ni ukurasa sehemu moja tu. Na hiyo ni kama Kenya nzima, sio? Sasa hayo maeneo yanahusu Nyeri, naona wametembea mpaka Murama County Assembly, wametembea mpaka Kirinyaga, wameenda mpaka sehemu zingine kama Mombasa. Kuna watu wa Mombasa hapa? Wako online. Mami Kathrima, asante sana. Na by the way, kuna watu wanatutazama saizi, tuko online. Kwa hivyo mnaweza kuambia wengine pia wakimaliza kuosha vyombo ama wakimaliza kuosha watoto skuli, wametoka skuli, waingie mtandaoni waweze kututazama. Wamezuru pia kaunti ya Taita Taveta, wamejumuika na watu kutoka hapa Nairobi, Kenyatta National Hospital, vile vile Nairobi Hospital. Makofi, they've been wonderful hosts today. Asante sana. So this team has really traversed this county. Wameenda paka the National Parliament, wamezuru wakajumuika pamoja na viongozi wa taifa hili, wameenda Nakuru katika South Rift Region, Naivasha wamefika, wameenda sehemu gani zingine? Tuko wapi? MTRH huko North Rift Region, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital wamefika, wamezungumza na wangwana kama nyinyi. KVDA wamefika kule, RVTTI wamefika kule, Ampath Kenya wamezuru katika North Rift, Eldowas wametembea, TENP, Uasin Gishu yote wamemaliza. Alafu wakasimama Sirikwa Hotel wakakula lunch katika matembezi. Unajua ni muhimu, lakini wamezungumza na watu pale, sio? Wameenda Western, wamefika Busia County ambayo iko mpakani. Wametembea Alupe University, wakajumuika pamoja na wafanyikazi ambao wako katika taaluma hii ya procurement and supplies. Kwa hivyo wamezuru sehemu nyingi, tawaambia sehemu nyingine, lakini ili tuendelee na mazungumzo yetu ya leo, ladies and gentlemen, would you be kind and warm enough to help me welcome on stage to talk to us about capacity building as well as training, which is the second point agenda katika agenda 7 za chairman na kikosi chake. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Madam Patricia Kathrima, council member mtarajiwa Kisum. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Happy New Year. Awesome. I believe it's a good evening. An evening that we are gathered as a professional community for a good purpose. It's not wasted time. You're here because of your professional interests. True or false? All right. I'll start with the words of one Henry Ford. He said that coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. 3 things. There's coming together, there's keeping together, and there's working together. And I will couple it with saying there is life in belonging. We belong to families, we belong to social circles, and here we are belonging to a professional community. Every belonging where we subscribe, there is something we are looking for as human beings, as social beings. There is what your immediate family can give you that your social circles cannot and your professional circles cannot. And there is what your professional community can offer, the networks that gives you that drive and purpose in life as far as your professional and career growth and development is concerned, that your family cannot offer and your social circles cannot. Mine this evening is to ask us as a profession to take it upon ourselves to find pride in what we do. When we come together, we keep together, and we work together as professionals in this profession. We are going to establish a profession that is going to provide us with occupational wellness like no other. A fulfilling career, a fulfilling profession where you desire to wake up every morning to go and work, it is within your professional circles that you find your purpose in life, what is referred to as ikigai. Have you seen people changing their career at the age of 40, 45? Because they start to rediscover themselves. I would want, going forward, for us to pride in the profession we have. We redefine ourselves in a unique way. Be proud to identify as supply chain professionals, either in the practice of supply chain or in the business of supply chain. And to be able to take my point home, I will be able to explain to us the difference between the business of supply chain and the practice of supply chain. And it will help me to deliver my message on our agenda number 2, capacity building and training. My name is Patricia Kadhurima. I'm vying for council member under the able leadership of Senior Alan Omondi and my colleagues in Team Go. Who is Patricia Kadhurima? Patricia Kadhurima is a supply chain professional in the business of supply chain. What do I mean by being in the business of supply chain? I would be in a quick fix what we say, I'm in consulting. All right? That means I'm in what we call operations consulting, supply chain management consultant, with a keen interest in procurement, project coordination and management, contract implementation, monitoring and management, and procurement audit. Those are the 3 areas that have zeroed in terms of my professional skills. That is what I do out here. And that means those in the practice of supply chain, those in civil service, those who are working in employment, or those in public sector who are not in public sector, and also those in the NGOs. Those are in the practice of supply chain. Then we have those in the business of supply chain, where I subscribe, and where, for example, those with accredited firms doing business of supply chain are. Believing that is clear, under capacity building and training, it's an area of interest to the broad spectrum of our profession. May you be in private, may you be in the business of supply chain or the practice of supply chain. It's an area of interest. And this is what I've picked during our Meet the Members campaign trail. Number 1, employability. The young people, our young graduates, are every day saying, we are exhausting. We are getting off the youthful gap when we have not found jobs or opportunities, number 1. Number 2, those in the practice of supply chain, they are crying, they are experiencing what I call career or professional plateau. What does that mean? People feel like they have gotten to a stage where there is nothing more to offer or to receive, and they start rethinking career change, which can be very unfortunate. You can imagine leaving a profession you've been for 20, 25 years, and you are thinking of changing because you feel there is no fulfillment, there's no satisfaction in what you do, there's no reward of any nature, and you start thinking like, supply chain is not where I want to be. I want to change. You can imagine the cost of letting go all the years of experience and going to start a new career. So number 2, fulfilling career for those in active employment is a concern. Number 3, those in the business of supply chain are saying, we want an enabling consulting space for us. We want an enabling consulting space for us. They feel, where do we practice? Where do we practice? Where is the market? Number 4, there's a group that feels that they are not incorporated. We have not looked into the entire spectrum of supply chain skills. They say, you people just talk about PPDA, regulations. What about people in logistics, warehousing, and those kind of things? Where do you leave them? No wonder we don't even identify with the institute training calendar. Where do we fit? We can't ignore them. Then there's another group that is very unique, departing from the employer. Departing from the employer, either through statutory retirement, you're at 60 and it is time to hang your boots, or unfortunately, there's a layoff, or at times you feel like, I need 10 years to myself to be able to go and establish something, or now to work on something that I've been working on, and I feel it's time I don't get spent and leave my employer when I'm a wasted cartridge. I want to step out. But where to? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to ask ourselves that question. Where to? Where is that private practice space? So those are the 5 areas that have come to my attention, and I can anchor them under capacity building and training. Our young graduates, the concern is employability. We're saying with PPRA allowing us to go the agency way, but do they have the knowledge? Do they have the skill? Do they have the experience? Do they have the mindset and the attitude to go to the workplace? How do we empower them as a profession? And that brought to my attention one thing, the model of receiving our graduates from the university. If you compare the doctors and the lawyers, the manner in which they receive their graduates, by the time they are done either with pupillage for the lawyers, or they are done with the registrar period for the doctors, then they are able to step out and go to the business without necessarily going to employment. Or they can be an hybrid. A lawyer will come for pupillage from a graduate, and they are taught how to attend to different things, how to, draft pleadings, how to do the affidavits and everything else. And by the time they are leaving there, they can open their law firm, true or false. The doctors, by the time they are done with the registrar, they are taught so many things that they can go and start up their clinic or go to public or private. What about our graduates? Employability. We need to see how we can come up with a model that helps us receive our graduates and equip them so that they have what it takes to even step out and employ themselves with confidence and authority to exercise the power that they are given by that degree that they have received. That said, then I go to the people in the practice of supply chain. How do we look at continuous professional development? And I want us to have a very honest conversation. Unfortunately, from my observation, a majority of us will go for CPD. We look at the mention of CPD is simply points to renew your membership and your license. We don't look at it in the broad sense that it is meant to unlock our potential, our professional potential, and our growth. And we need to have a shift of how we look at CPD from mere points to the real sense meaning of CPD, continuous professional development. That is when we will detach CPD from merely going to Mombasa, Naivasha, Nakuru, Kisumu for a workshop for a day or for a week. And look at other avenues for continuous professional development with the sole purpose of improving ourselves in knowledge, understanding the industries, and networking with people we meet there. We need to stop limiting our CPD to public sector. We don't need to give it that orientation. We need to have an open mind. Today you're in public service. Tomorrow a job opportunity presents in the private sector. Let you not be limited because you don't have the exposure, you don't have the network, and you don't have the knowledge of going there. We want a training calendar that is so inclusive, plus other avenues that are not only the 1 week that help us to unlock our professional potential. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. If today you're in county government, tomorrow you can be in the national government, tomorrow you can go to the manufacturing industry, because continuously in your continuous professional development, you've enabled yourself. And if you feel it is time to call it a day, you can swiftly move to the practice, to the business of supply chain. Why? For example, if we look at our Kenya College of Supply Chain and we introduce what I would call living certification. Certification in procurement audit, certification in procurement project coordination and management, certification in procurement leadership and governance, certification in contract implementation. Why not? Why not make it an institute, an East and Central Africa hub of supply chain? What that means, you have a certification, it is continuous professional development. That's why I'm saying, let us not be limited to think the workshops we attend for 1 week are the only sole pathway for continuous professional development. Are you looking forward for a promotion at work? Where can you go? How can you demonstrate that you've been improving yourself? And I want us to know this. See, continuous professional development is a personal responsibility. The profession, the institute is just meant to provide an enabling environment for you to do that. Unafaa ujitume mwenyewe. Tuko pamoja mpaka hapo. Right? So we need not to have people experiencing career plateau where they start feeling like they are stagnated, they are stuck, they don't know what next, they don't know what to do. We need people to continuously be motivated and excited to be in the profession they chose. Then we have those in the private sector and the NGOs. How do we incorporate everybody? Our continuous professional development calendar need to be redone and rethought, remodeled, so that they feel part and parcel, so that now we incorporate the full spectrum of the profession skills. Why should business people be opening warehouses where our people can be their chairman and doing that work? Matters logistics, warehousing, and that kind of thing. But do we have the knowledge and the capability, the capacity to go to the market and do that kind of work? Then we have those in the business of supply chain. Those in the business of supply chain are asking, where is the market? For example, we have a few who are accredited firms. And they feel there is an unhealthy competition with the institute for the market. As the one who came before has explained, through legal reforms, the CPD policy needs to be relooked. Come together, have a member-led policy review. Let's hear what their take is. How yet still do we protect the interest of the institute? Because we cannot dispense at the expense of the institute. We also need to take care of it. We cannot kill the institute. We have to take care of it. That said, what programs, how the intention, long-run intention is to slowly and strategically let go the training calendar and retain certain strategic forums. Departing from the employer. At 60, everyone will agree with me here. If you go to the hospital and meet a doctor looking elderly like this with gray hair, you feel kind of very safe. I'm not dismissing the young doctors. There's that feeling of they have experienced, they have seen it all. You know that? Some people will tell you, if you see a doctor who has worked in the public hospital, they have seen it all. They know a lot. They may get the diagnosis very fast. Why should our supply chain people retire, walk retire, look retired, talk retired at 60 when it is that time they have the wealth of knowledge and experience we need? We need to enable them to transition from, that is just statutory age, but that does not mean it is end of shelf life. We need to enable a private practice space that enables people to move from the practice to the aspect of private to the business of supply chain. So those are the areas that we have listened, and they are all anchored under capacity building and training. Either it is the graduates, those in employment, those in private sector and the NGOs, and those also about to retire. How do we come up with resources, with tools and avenues to make sure we all are increasing in knowledge and exposure and networking so that we are a living profession? How do we increase what I would call portfolio of skills to keep us as agile professionals in any sector and beyond the age that is thought is an age of retire, as interrogating at a later time question and answer session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we can do better than that again. Council member, Madam Patricia Kathurima, pigieni makofi tafadhali. Anaingia, si ndio? Siku ya Jumatano. Sawa sawa. Mmeweza kufuatilia kwa makini. As she says, we will be able to give you an opportunity for Q&A very briefly to interrogate some of her sentiments. Mbio mbio tu. This has been a very gruesome campaign. Naona picha zingine hapa zinavutia. If we go to dadangu Linda, flipping book number 2. Niwaonyeshe tu hawa candidates wamezunguka South Rift Region, Central Rift Region, Eastern Region, wameenda Kericho. Sijui kama mnaona na vile wamekaa warembo hapo. Hapo ilikuwa Kericho. Majani chai mtaona baadaye. County Government of Kericho walikuwa hapo. Wakatoka Kericho, wakaenda county jirani ya Bomet. Wakaingia Bomet University College, Green Tuition Block. Huku bwana Kanda najua anafahamu kabisa. Huku ni mtaa, huku ni home. Kabisa, si ndio? Wewe ndio uli make sure wamefika huko, si ndio? Asante. Haya, wakatoka Bomet, wakaenda Bomet walikaa. Huko campaign mlifanya. Hey, huku inaonekana kutapiganiwa kura nyingi. Haya, wakaingia Narok. Wakaingia Narok, wakazungumza na wananchi, wakazungumza pamoja na wafanyikazi katika taaluma hii ya procurement and supplies. Wakatoka Narok, wakarudi tena Naivasha. Eish, wametembea kweli. Makofi kwa Team Go. This has been a great campaign from Naivasha. Na hii Naivasha wanaipenda. Hawatoki? Wako tu. Unaona hizo picha? Huko ni Naivasha tu. Hawatoki. Huku walikuwa kutoka tarehe December hii, by the way. Sio kitambo, just within December. Haya, wakaingia EGP training, wakafundisha wananchi, wakafundisha wafanyikazi kama nyie. Hii cohort tu mafundisho tu. Haya, wakaingia Machakos kwa kina Mwema. Huko Masaku wakazunguka, wakazungumza na wafanyikazi KPLC katika taaluma hii ya procurement and supplies. Mimi ni Machakos tu. So it's been wonderful. Makofi kwao. They've done a really wonderful job. Licha ya kampeni zote hizo, wameweza kuwa pia na kupata nafasi. Tulijumuika pamoja nao December tu hii when we were attending the Kisum Spas supplies mambo ya procurement na excellence awards, na pia vile the first fellowship conferment congregation ilifanyika wakati huo. Makofi tena. It was such a wonderful thing. Very briefly before I call our next speaker, as I told you, this Team Go has really been blessed. Nataka niwasomee tena testimonials mbili tu fupi, alafu nimpatie speaker mwingine, nimpe dakika 10 naye aje kuzungumza. Very briefly, Linda, if you could give me the other two testimonials. Moja anasema hapa, meeting Moses Alan Omondi in 2018 was a blessing in disguise. As procurement coordinator at Horeca Kenya Limited, Moses transformed my thinking and equipped me with confidence. He advised on procurement process, became the foundation of my growth. When Horeca was liquidated in 2019, Moses connected me to Dawa Pharmaceutical. Within 1 week, I was confirmed as logistics coordinator. Makofi kwa chairman. In 2022, I joined Tibu Health as head of procurement, a startup with no structures. Moses held my hand, and together we built the required systems. I thereafter joined the current hospital as supply chain manager. And Moses continues to mentor me, support me, and has remained my trusted referee. Moses delivers mentorship and opens doors and uplifts professionals. Huyu ni Bwana Ronald Sang. Kwa hivyo mko na chairman. Sawa. Hapo hamjakosea. Sasa very briefly, I know we're supposed to go to agenda item number 3, but let me skip that for a bit. Just briefly, alafu tutarudi kwake. I want to go to strategic partnership, and I want to call our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be kind and warm enough to invite on stage for the second time, vying 2-term, Bwana Mark Kemboi Kanda, to share his sentiments on strategic partnerships. Ninakupa dakika 10, Bwana Kanda. Najua wewe kwa kuzungumza ni mtaratibu mbio.
Thank you. And 2 minutes additional. Good evening. Every show of hands. God is good all the time. Wow. My fellow Kenyans who are following us online, and our supporters who have come physically, our heads of procurement in the Republic of Kenya, and all supply chain practitioners in the Republic of Kenya. Today, I want to thank all of you because it was not easy. This campaign was not easy. And Imron Taf, let me say, these practitioners all over Kenya gave us a warm welcome. Have to become a copy. We went to Nyanza province. We got warm welcome. We went to Rift Valley. We went to Central Province, Coast, Nairobi, Eastern Province, and Northeastern. I have loved all of you. And Nairobi, I will not forget heads of procurement leading all entities in Nairobi, starting from Kenya Power. I got a warm welcome. Yesterday, I was in judiciary, beginning Makovi judiciary. And I know some of them are here today, will not take that support for granted. Mimi, myself, I'm called Mark Kanda, Head of Procurement, Lake Victoria North. And I want to tell all heads of procurement in the Republic of Kenya, here in TIMCO, we are solidly having heads of procurement vying for council. So you are in safe hands. And that team go under the leadership of Alan Omondi. I've been in governance for 6 years. One of them is not elective. One of them is Kenya Institute of Supplies Examination Board. I was a founder board member. When that board was a department under Kissing, and I said we struggled for 2 years or so by doing structures, HR instruments, and looking for funds. Lucky enough, the strategic partnership I had with Parliament and Friends and Treasury, we got 55 million and made our examination body very visible. And today, I'm proud to say we have staff, we have grown members of the supply chain fraternity who are certified, ready to go to the market. You trusted me to be in your council 2023, which I thank all of you. The first thing we announced the winners, I started a journey of strategic partnership by ensuring our team elected. Before even cassettement, we went to meet head of public service for strategic engagement, and also did ensure we also meet Ndung, then the CS Treasury, to ensure never again our HOBs, that's why I said you are in, trust this team, you'll never be victimized because we have the knowledge of strategic leadership. I also have ensured, because Kissing has to be strengthened, because I was in HR and finance, we ensured we fill the staffing directorates with competent staff. And by then, I know all of you, Kissing had an acting CEOs for the rest of the term, previous term. And we ensured we have a substantive CEO, we have a director, capacity development, we have director, compliance, standards and compliance, and all other directorates, including resource mobilization, where I'm passionate to ensure the institute gets resources. Well, I also served as chair registration committee after my friend, who is, I can endorse today to lead Kissing as the chair. Of course, I can do my small testimony that he has also taught me now to be a consultant And I know after this I'll be a consultant. That is a destiny. We did a lot of things when he was chair registration. He was also asking me to look for resources to ensure when you are chair to support ERP. That's why we have e-cards, e-license, and you can get all those things at the comfort of your desk. We also started a journey of fellowship, and I'm proud to tell you today, you all know, we have conferred award to a group of fellow practitioners led by Head of Public Service, Honorable Felix Koskei. That is a great milestone for the Institute. Mpigieni makofi wale wale. Okay. You see there the membership growth, it has grown tremendously. The other time when we were asking for votes, it was around 5,000. The other election when I came manually, it was around 2,500. Now we have 9,037 members who will vote, and I assure you with a clean register, all of you got a token to vote participate in mock election. And if I go back, the mock election for the last election, it has a lot of noise. But today, because of the experience we had, we ensured we have 99% accuracy. Let me stop there and in saying about my profile and say why do I need your vote today under DIMCO. We have a strategic plan, and I chose in my team to handle the strategic partnership. And I want to tell you, after a statement, and I know Felix Koskei is our member is following, and also Odede, who is the BS investment, we will ensure we have a task force to deal with EGB and ensure EGB delivers to Kenyans, and we dispense our development agenda so that we deliver to Kenyans, because that is the center of digitization. Can I now talk about strategic leadership, why strategic partnership is very important? We cannot work as council to deliver a mandate without partners, okay? Because we have partners out there, we need to build strategic partnership to drive innovation and technology, and also adopt institutional visibility. Why so? We are visible, yes, but are we reached where we should be? No. Who can drive that visibility? We first of all have be involved by with other stakeholders like National Treasury, Cabinet, to ensure all what we are driving resonate with what it is required in the Republic of Kenya. That's it, because you cannot work in isolation. We also need to establish a global alliance with international supply chains, bodies in the world, because we need market. We need these members to grow. We also need to lead the professional bodies in Africa and in the world. I was lucky to go to IBSM with my fellow council member, Fidel. And we engaged, and I saw it was very important for Kenya to take the lead in global supply chain. Thirdly, we require resources. We need to mobilize resources through bilateral and development partners. Why do we need it? We have, when we were in the council, we caught a land in Mombasa, 5 acres. It can never develop itself. We need to bring on board partners to build that home. It's called what? Who have heard? We've been displaying when we go to seminars that home. And that home we need to, it's called global supply, Pan-African supply chain excellence. That home will sort out the issue of CBD's trainings to law. We will not take our money to White Sand. Is it true? We will also host all supply chain members within that center. The way it is touching the beach. After training, you know you'll sleep there and you'll go to the beach. Okay? That is what that's motivated me to fly and deliver that to the council, to the institute. And also, when you go to Mombasa, value propositioning, you will go with your family. When there is no, when there is no seminar, we'll give you a subsidized accommodation with your family. We'll go to swimming, we'll go to anything. And that is what we can do when we deliver that. We have also started to initialize, to inceptionalize KISM Foundation. KISM Foundation is very important. One, it will give us an opportunity to finance mentorship programs for our youth, okay? It will also give us to finance sponsor trainings for our practitioners, and also finance roundtable networking with other partners, NGOs, private sector, KEPSA. We call you, you partner with them. You will get a lot of opportunities there, okay? For you, for our own good. Let me not divert, because I know he brought up, I don't want him to stand when I have not finished. And I want to leave you a word. I know this team is a strong team. We've been endorsed all over the places we've gone. We will we'll have victory. Let's have victory together on 16th January 2026. We celebrate together. And giving this team is full. Your vote will have value. Thank you and have a good evening.
Once again for Mr. Makanda, thank you so much for your wonderful sentiments. Asante sana. Najua hapa wamesema ndio, wengine kwenye mitandao wamesema ndio, na wengine wengi katika ambao ni wanachama wa Kenya Institute of Supplies Management wamesema ndio. Jumatano kura itakuwa zimeingia. Very briefly, I'd like to request Linda to put on the projector another testimonial from Sylvester Rioba Mose. And he says, it's been a blessing knowing my mentor, Moses Alan Omondi, whom I met in 2019 during the KISM electioneering period. Through close interaction during the recent KISM elections, I realized he's a great leader who has walked with me in my career journey. He has been a tremendous mentor, offering meaningful career advice during every conversation. In the midst of our mentor-mentee journey, he guided me to secure an opportunity at Nairobi Hospital in procurement. Thanks to Moses' leadership and mentorship, he inspires me greatly in both career and life. Makofi tafadhali kwa huyo. Mwisho tu kabla sijamuita msemaji mwingine. My journey with Moses Allan Omondi began in October 2019, just before my graduation. I was involved in the 2020 KISM election campaign, and following graduation, I was fortunate to be absorbed into KISM Secretariat. Moses has been both a mentor and a boss to me, consistently encouraging me to recognize my potential and strive for integrity. His leadership style, marked by calmness, professionalism, and coherence, has greatly influenced my professional growth, conduct, public speaking, and grasping SCM fundamentals. As he often reminds me, if there is one person I am sure will succeed in life, it is you. I fully support this mentorship because it has the power to unlock hidden potential within each one of us. This is Lawrence, kama sikukosea, Lorraine Nabwire. Makofi sana kwake. Sasa basi, tunaendelea vizuri. It is now 8:06. Tunasonga vizuri. Nitawaeleza tena wapi kampeni ilifikia. Si niliachia, tulikuwa tumetoka Siriko, walikuwa hoteli, tukaenda Kericho, tukaenda Bomet, tukaenda Masaku. Tumeachia hapo Masaku. Sawa. Nitakuja baadaye niwaonyeshe hiyo barabara ilipitia. Walienda wapi? Manake kampeni imekuwa si chache, but imekuwa na faida kubwa. I'd like to invite our next speaker to come and discuss point number 5, agenda number 5, which is member inclusion and engagement. I know this is a very, very fundamental part in our profession as procurement officers and dealing with supplies in the supplies chain sector. Naomba tumkaribishe kwa mara ya pili. Aliingia na madaha na sasa tumlete na madaha. Tumkaribishe council member mtarajiwa Madam Martha Sirengo. Karibu sana utuzungumzie. Asante.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. God is good and all the time. Wow. I'm Sirengo Martha Namalwa, and this evening I'm happy to be here, and I really appreciate your time for coming here to listen to our grand finale campaign as we unveil our manifesto for the very last time. I'm in Team Go, not by chance, but by choice. And the reason being is that having come together, the 7 of us, under the leadership of our chair, Moses Allan Omondi, we have 7 agenda items which have been going around the country, discussing with our members, and I believe that whatever we have been telling our members are items or other agenda that we can be able to deliver as a team. I'll be handling agenda number 5, which is member inclusion and engagement. As we all know, is that the Institute has the infrastructures which were put in place by the first council. We have the KISM towers. The visibility of the Institute is there. Right now, you go to any office, you will at least get officers or rather workers and employees that are aware of the Institute. When you talk about the supply chain professionals or procurement professionals, they know their professional body is KISM, that is Kenya Institute of Supplies Management. But now, we, as the members, who are the very reason why the Institute exists, where are we? That is why as Team Go, we were able to come up with the member inclusion and engagement agenda so that we can have our members be known and also on the Institute. Under this, we want to ensure that our members have forums, and in these forums, our members can be able to engage, discuss ideas, and be able to share what they're going through in their institution. And under this, we have the regional chapters, which were operationalized last year in all regions. And through these regional chapters, as your council member, I'll ensure that these regional chapters are well funded and they're up and running, so that as our members in the regions, we are able to meet and engage and share ideas. I'll also ensure that our voice as the members in the institute is amplified, and also when it comes to decision making, our voice is heard in what is going on in the institute. How are we going to do that? That will be through the member engagement forums. At least we'll be holding them biannually. After every 2 months, the regions, the Nyanza region, the Western region, the Coast region, you come together, you discuss the issues, you get what the institute wants to employ, and also give a decision, so that when the decisions are being made at a very higher level, even us down there in the regions, we are aware of what is happening. We'll also foster the regular member forums and also such forums like the SPAS Award. Remember recently we had the SPAS Award, which was very expensive and most of our members could not afford. Such like engagement forums are places whereby members are supposed to meet and discuss issues. But if we make them very expensive, our members will not be able to attend. So as Team Go, we will ensure that such like forums are at a very friendly cost or at no cost, so that we can have most of our members attending those forums. We have our Wanunuzi Circle, which is a circle for the supply chain professionals. Most of our members are not aware of it. How many of you here are in Wanunuzi Circle? Anybody here in Wanunuzi Circle? Anybody who has heard about Wanunuzi Circle? If you've heard about it, wow, that is good. At least you've heard about it. But now what I'll also champion is that I'll champion for our members, all of our procurement professionals, to get into a Wanunuzi Circle, so that it can cushion us in times when we have some difficulties. You realize that most of the professions, they have their circles, and all their members are in those circles. Why is it that us, the supply chain professionals, are not in our circle? That is one of the items that I'm going to champion and ensure that our members subscribe to the circle. Then we also we realize that when there is change of management, most people who usually fall victims are supply chain professionals. When new management comes, those people who are always victimized are usually the procurement professionals. And at times, as the council, they are not able to come in and stand with their fellow professionals. So what I'm going to do is that we are going to ensure that besides the benevolent fund that is in Wanunuzi Circle, we'll also need a welfare that will cater for our members, so that in case there is a need, someone is facing a difficulty at their workplace, as a council, we are supposed to come in, stand with our members, be there for them, and assist them to go through it and ensure that whatever they are facing has come to a closure. I also want to ensure that through the regional chapters, most of our supply chain practitioners have been complaining about the trainings being very high. Their employers cannot be able to pay for them, and themselves, they cannot afford. This has made our members not to renew their membership or to renew their practicing license. Out of the 26,000 that we have in the register, we only have 9,000 who have renewed their membership. So we are going to come up with friendly trainings in the regions. For instance, the Western region, we can have a training that is at least flexible at a very minimal cost for our members to come together, have a training there, renew their membership, and also renew their license. And that one is workable. So members, I'm here to present myself for you to elect me as your council member. And who is Martha Sirengo? Martha Sirengo is a supply chain professional with over 17 years experience. I started at Nzoia Water Services Company as head of procurement for 7 years. I went to County Assembly of Bungoma for 1 year, that was in 2014. Then County Government of Kakamega for 5 years, 2015 to 2020. Currently, I'm working at Bomet University College as head of procurement. I want to believe that with the expertise that I have, with the experience that I have, I'm fit to represent you in the council and serve you in a way that you will not regret. Vote for me, for your vote is your voice. And together, I believe that we can rise and take KISIM to greater heights. Thank you so much. I submit.
Makofi kwa Madam Martha Sirengo. Asante sana. Kura kwa nani? Kura kwa nani? Jumatano. Tunawaangalia, tunawacheck. Kura zote nyinyi mshaamua, si ndio? Tell the others also the same. Hapa tunamalizia tu. Kipindi kishalala, hii kampeni ishapigwa kama ngoma. Imekubali. Sawa sawa. Asante. Chini ya uongozi wa chairman nani? Asante sana. Haya. Sasa tarehe 15 mpaka 19 Disemba 2025, mwaka jana tu, kikosi kikaanza safari, wakakuja hapa Nairobi. Si nimewaambia walitembea. Sasa hapa Nairobi wakaingia TSC. Kufanya 1-2 wakamaliza. Walipotoka TSC wakaenda CMA kama sikukosea. Wakazunguka. Unaona hapo wakaingia CMA pia. Hiyo yote ni TSC. They had a wonderful time wakijuliana hali na wafanyikazi katika taaluma hii ya procurement, supplies chain management. CMA walipomaliza CMA wakaruka KPLC pia pale kujuana, kuuza sera na kadhalika. Kwa hivyo kikosi kimefanya kampeni ya dhati. KPLC wakakaa pale kidogo, I think wakazungumzia tokens za stima kidogo, wakaorganiziwa pale, mambo iko shwari. Haya, wakatoka wakaingia KCAA, Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, pia wakawa na mazungumzo mazuri pamoja na wafanyikazi wenzenu katika taaluma hii ya procurement and supplies chain management. Pia wamezuru sehemu nyingi tu. Hapo wakatoka wakaingia KEMSA. Campaign hii just between those 4 days, between 15th and 19th. Some of the pictures you'll see, they were visiting these organization or institution in 1 day. Unaona vile campaign imefanywa? Campaign imekubali. Yote chini ya uongozi wa chairman Bwana Moses Omondi. Makofi kwake tafadhali, ameongoza kampeni ya dhati. Na wapeleka mbio mbio tu. Huko kwa madawa wakatoka wakaingia KICC same day. Wakaweza kuzungumza pamoja na wenzenu katika taaluma hii. Wakatoka KICC wakaingia Great Rift Valley, wakaenda Kengen. Kengen wakapiga story pale, wakafanya kampeni, wakaingia Agriculture and Food Authority in Manzoni. I believe that is in Machakos, sio? Asante. Huko ni kwa kina Bwana Mwema. Wakaingia pia Makueni. Wakafanya mazungumzo katika Makueni County. All of this katika kuhakikisha kwamba kampeni inaenda sambamba. Si ndivyo? Haya. Wapi? Ati ni wapi? Kabisa. Kitu hatujaona ni matunda tu. Lakini ni sawa, siku nyingine tutaona. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us now to go to our 6th point agenda in our manifesto, Team Go, ambayo inazungumzia institutional sustainability. And to take us through, nataka nimwalike kwa mara ya kwanza, anatafuta kura yenu. Tumpigie makofi Bwana Stanley Ndung'u aje tupashe mawili matatu. Karibu sana Bwana Stanley.
Hello, how are you? How? Wow. We thank God because of this great multitude. We really appreciate your attendance. Good evening. Good evening. Asanteni sana kwa sababu ya kuweza kukuja na kuweza kujumuika pamoja nasi. Tunashukuru hata moderator wetu Bwana Nimrod, asante sana. Naona tunaendelea vizuri na mambo iko shwari kabisa. Bila la ziada nataka kusema ya kwamba hata katika maandiko matakatifu Yesu mwenyewe katika Biblia he gave a parable in Matthew chapter 22. Matthew chapter? Yes. Jesus gave a parable of a king who prepared a feast. Jamaa akajiandaa, akachinja bana, wakapika pilau pale, kakuwa na michele, kakuwa na mapochopocho, sawa sawa. So ilikuwa ni kutarajia wageni tu wakuje waweze kukula. Lakini wakingoja ngoja namna hiyo, hata kama Mswahili alisema ngoja ngoja inaumiza matumbo, walingoja na wakakaa, wakangoja, na kuambia hakuna hata jamaa mmoja alijitokeza. Hello? Hello? Na hii Team Go, we really thank you guys, because it was just a short notice. Jana tu, I think it was around 8 p.m. Na leo ninaona, hello? Simbarikiwe sana. Simbarikiwe sana. Huyo king nakwambia my friend alisikia vibaya sana. Kwa maana aliona akiwa chini, kwa sababu anajua ako na wafuasi, ako na majirani, lakini hakuna hata mmoja alifanya nini? Alijitokeza waweze kukula pamoja. Lakini yetu ya Team Go tuliandaa tu jana, just a short notice, na leo mmejitokeza na tuko pamoja, na nashukuru Mungu. Kwa majina yangu naitwa Bwana Stanley Ndirango Ndung'u. Niliambiwa nisisahau CPSP Stanley Ndirango Ndung'u. I have 12 years experience both in public and private institutions. Currently I'm working with the Nyandarua National Polytechnic as the head of procurement. In this journey, I decided to work with this team, that is Team Go, Growth and Opportunity, so that we can change our institution. We know we have a KISM. The KISM that was established long years back. Those, I think around, it was 207 mpaka saizi ni kama miaka ngapi? Tukianza huko 206 ndio tukuje 207 tupate SPMA, mpaka saizi ni kama miaka ngapi? Hello? Hello? I want us to interact. It's just an interaction session, sindio? How many years down the line? I think they are 18 years. Just imagine 18 years. Huyo ni mtoto ambaye amesoma, saizi yako karibu kuajiliwa. We have a KISM that was already established far back in 2007. And we thank the founders, the interim council that was there. And then we had the elective council from 2020 up to date. We want to thank them because we can see KISM from where it has come from and where it is. Wapigeni makofi jamani. Currently, we are saying that KISM has come from a far distance. At the moment, I've been given the agenda number 6. That is institutional sustainability. Kwa wale ambao wanafuata michezo, wanajua ya kwamba kwa mechi, kwa timu kama Arsenal, ukiwa namba 6, unastahili kucheza. Si ndio? Unacheza namna gani? Namba 6 unacheza namna gani? Fidel. Thank you very much. Unastahili kusaidia hii wazee, si ndio? So ukiangalia hapa ni kama mimi ndio nakaribia kuwa kajenzi, lakini sio jenzi, si ndio? So nisaidie hii wazee kuzunguka hapo kwa namba 6 vizuri. Tukipatia namba 7 ambaye ni Moses Alan Omondi, kazi yake ni kuscore goals. Pigeni makofi jamani. Goalkeeper si mnaona ni nani? Si mnaona Fidel ni goalkeeper? Si ndio? Akiwa pale kwa legal reforms. Unajua legal reforms ndio mambo yote. Legal reforms ndio inashikilia misingi ya kila jambo. Tukiwa na legal reforms and then turudi tuchukue capacity building, dada yetu pale acheze namba 2 defense vizuri, and then turujie pale kwa advocacy, kijana machachari mwenyewe, mambo inakuwa sawa. Tutoke pale tuchukue Makanda anacheza namba 4, mwenyewe mzee defender mwenyewe anashika mambo vizuri, anasema ni strategic partnership, and then sasa anampatia pass nani? Mother Sirengo mwenyewe pale anashika namba 5. Tunasema ni member inclusion and engagement. So kwa hayo mambo yote, institutional sustainability, even this auditorium, we have the pillars. Ndio imefanya ikasimama namna hii, na tukaketi chini tuweze kukaa namna hiyo na mambo inakuwa sawa. Hello. Kila mmoja anahitaji kukua stawi. We need to be sustainable so that we can move forward. In our institution, we know that the government of Kenya has defunded our institution. We will no longer receive any funding from the exchequer. Just imagine. Huyu ni mtoto alilelewa, tumesikia na kanda walipatiwa 55 million, wakaanzisha KISEM na iko mahali imefika sasa, si ndio? Mtoto alizaliwa ambaye alikuwa anaitwa KISEM, akanyonyeshwa. Just imagine for 17 good years. Sasa ikafika mahali serikali ikasema huyo ni jamaa amepata ID, sasa ajitegemee. Hello. We will not receive any funds from the exchequer. And now, as Team Go, we have come together and reasoned together. Because now, our institution is not going to have any funds from the government. What are we going to do so that we can make our institute sustainable? And we came up with a point. The first point, we said that we are going to do a compliance drive. This compliance drive is to make sure that we accommodate all our practitioners. Why so? Tumesema kuna kahistoria. We have the institute. It has grown from zero membership. 2019, we had only 2,000 active members. At the moment, we have 9,037 members who are active. But to the registrar's register, we have a total of 26,000 registered members. So we want to do a compliance drive to make sure that we accommodate all our members. Hii tutaifanya namna gani? We want to conduct a compliance drive audit so that we can know where are our members. What is not happening? Why are they not active? We know there are a lot of challenges. Wengine maybe hawana kazi. Wengine wameshindwa kuregister their membership. But we want to encourage them. We have maybe a physical and an online sensitization to make them aware so that we can go together and grow together. Sawa. We need to do that so that we can grow this institution together. Then, through the partnership, the World Bank gave our institution a studio. We want to use that studio to generate revenue. How are we going to generate revenue? We want to introduce marketing. We welcome suppliers. We deal with suppliers Ama namna gani? We are supply chain officers. We deal with these suppliers. They can come and do the advertisement in our studio. And then we'll generate resources which will make us sustainable. We want to introduce an annual procurement and manufacturing conference. Pigeni makofi jamani. In this annual procurement and manufacturing conference, we want to share knowledge. We welcome all our practitioners. We share knowledge. After sharing knowledge, we have innovations through inviting those suppliers to do the exhibitions, do the innovations, and then we will generate what? Resources as KISIM Council. Without much ado, I want to thank you guys for availing yourself and coming here so that we can walk the journey together. I don't want to take much of your time, but I want to thank you very much for joining our grand finale campaign. Thank you very much. God bless you. Remember, come 14th to 16th. My names are Stanley Ndirangu Ndung'u. I'm the last person in the ballot paper. Just imagine, the last one. Watu wasianze huko juu wachoke. We are 18 candidates. Sasa tafadhali naomba tuanze pale kwa 18. Sawa? Scroll chini kabisa. Tuende pale kwa 18. Toke 18. Kuna dada yangu ananiambia ni 16. Sawa? 16, 15, 12, and then 11, and then tunaenda hivyo tukimaliza na mambo inakuwa sawa. Mapema ndio best. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Makofi once again for Bwana Stanley Ndung'u, council member mtarajiwa 2026 ikifika Januari, Wednesday inayokuja. Sawa sawa. Tumeweka ahadi, si ndio? Haya, tunaendelea. Tarehe 5 mpaka tarehe 9 Januari. Hivi tu tunaongea saa hizi. Hii kikosi imezunguka kweli kweli. Wameenda mpaka Nyanza, walianzia Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Technical and Referral Hospital, wakatoka huko wakaenda Kiwasco, which is Kisumu Water and Sewerage Company, wakatoka wakazungumza na wafanyikazi pale, wakaingia Kisumu County, County ya Kisumu inaongozwa na Profesa Anyang' Nyong'o, wakapiga story pale na wafanyikazi wenzao katika taaluma hii ya procurement. Kisumu County Assembly pia wakapata muda kuzungumza, wakaingia Lake Basin Development Authority pia wakafanya mastori hapo, wakazungumza, kisha wakaingia county jirani ya Homa Bay. So campaign imefanyika. Imekubalika ama haijakubalika? Imefanyika, haijafanyika? Wakatoka wakaingia Migori. Imagine, wakatoka Migori wakaingia Siaya. Wakatoka Siaya karibu wafike Migingo, lakini wakaona muda ni mchache, wakaondoka. Hamkufika Migingo, si ndio? Yeah. Then wakatoka, siku ikafuatia nyingine wakaingia katika county ya Mombasa, Kilifi, wakaingia Kenya Maritime Authority pia vile vile Tim Goh wakifanya kampeni, wakaingia Coast General Hospital, Bandari Maritime vile vile, tena wakarudi Kilifi County wakizungumza na wananchi, Pwani University as well, Kwale County. Hey, this team has really moved. Ladies and gentlemen, makofi. Tunafikia kipindi cha kuamka salama. Wengi usema kipindi cha lala salama. Mimi sisemi lala salama. Wakati chief guest anakuja kuzungumza, ukisema lala salama ni kuambia watu tunamalizia. Ndio kuamka, si ndio? Kipindi cha kuamka salama. Sasa bwana chairman amekuwa mkarimu sana. Amenipigia simu. Wakati akimpigia simu nimevaa kaptula na vest, nafanya kazi nyumbani. Leo off day yangu. Acha niseme tu kweli. Sasa napiga deki, nafua. Silazimishwi, napenda kufanya. Wife leo ameenda salon, nikasema nitafanya, watoto wako skuli. Akanipigia akaniambia mazee niko na hii kazi. So, sawa. Sikumwambia niko na shughuli, so nikasema acha nimalize ndio nije. Kwa sababu msichana wa kazi alitufanyia ile kitu Disemba. Amerudi home, sherehe imekuwa nyingi, akatuma ujumbe akasema sioni kama nitarudi. Sasa imebaki sisi peke yetu. Lakini sasa tulipomaliza simu nikawa najiuliza, because procurement, guys in procurement profession and supplies have become part of my family since last year. Hasa nikawa najiuliza, because we're dealing with procurement and supplies. Nikienda kufanya hii kazi ya kusheherenaji, right? Which is MCing. Huwa nimeenda kusupply nini? Sauti. Nimekuja kusupply sauti, eh? Haya. Simu niambie tu ile basic. Nimeuza sauti. Haya, nikisoma news. Nauza sura. Sauti na sura. Kwa hivyo inakubalika kwa supplies ni nini? Kwa hivyo CB mtu. Ni haki. Nimpigie makofi basi. Asante sana. Haya, si niliwaambia hapo awali tumekuwa endorsed hii kikosi. Dadangu Linda, hebu tuwekee hii endorsement kubwa sana. Mimi naona nataka muione kwa makini tu, bwana chairman akiwa endorsed. Nitasoma kwa kifupi tu. Huyu bwana ni senior member na former general manager wa KenGen katika supplies chain management. Nitamtaja jina sasa hivi. I keenly listened to the voices of supply chain professionals at the recently concluded National Dialogue Forum in Sawela, Naivasha. Moses is a level-headed council member whose track record speaks for itself. From his panel discussions, it was clear voting Moses is the only way forward. He is accessible, trusted, and will give Kenya Institute of Supplies Management the stability and growth it needs. Out of my extensive experience, I know a serious leader when I see one. Moses is one of those serious ones. The decision is already made. We are just waiting for ballot confirmation. Vote Team Go 2026 for transformative leadership. Senior Patrick Kimemia, Kenya Institute of Supplies Management founder. Situmpigie makofi kwa sababu ya hiyo endorsement. Yeah? Halafu ndio niwaambie saa nyingine, unajua uongozi unatoka kwa Mwenyezi Mungu. Na akisema imekubalika, imekubalika mara moja. Sasa dadangu Linda, unajua tunaenda na siku hizi tunaenda na surveys, polls na research, uhakiki wa mambo, si ndio? Sasa kuna poll hapa ambayo imefanywa na Uwazi. Taasisi moja inaitwa Uwazi. Sijui kama Linda umeiona hiyo taasisi. Tuelezane tu ukweli wa mambo hapa. Na najua nasema hivi kwa hisani ya mwenyekiti kwa sababu ni mtu mwenye ukarimu. I know he's ana humility kubwa na anawaheshimu washindani wake. Sio kwamba anawaheshimu sana. Lakini kama unavyoona ushindani unakaa hivi sasa hivi. Simupige makofi jameni. Yeah. Sio kwamba bwana Moses anajigamba, kama nilivyosema, najua nimemuona amejumuika pamoja na washindani wake katika mikutano tofauti, ni watu anawaheshimu sana. Lakini mapenzi ya nyinyi ambao wafanyikazi mmejumuika naye, mumeamua kwa sasa hivi mnaelekeza kura yenu wapi? Sasa hiyo ndio survey ya hivi punde tu kufanywa akiwa bwana chairman anaongoza na zaidi ya 56% katika kipute ama kinyang'anyiro cha mwenyekiti wa Kenya Institute of Supplies Management. Mwisho tu, ili nimkaribishe mgeni wetu wa heshima aweze kuzungumza pamoja nasi, tumsikilize ili tuweze kukamilisha kampeni kwa kishindo siku ya leo. Ladies and gentlemen, our chairman has had 27 and more years of practice in the supply chain management. He has led at the board level. He has been in governance at the board level. He has had an experience with the global consultancy for many years. He has had multi-sector exposure. Amezunguka sehemu tofauti. Amefanya kazi UNCTAD, amefanya kazi World Bank, amefanya kazi pamoja na AFDB kwa ushirikiano, USDA pamoja na EU. Pia amehusika katika senior management of supply chain positions across hospitality, ICT, academia, logistics sectors, and others. In matters education and executive learning, he has relevant academic and professional certifications from leading institutions. He has been a member, he has been accredited with premium professional bodies worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, sitaki kusema mengi. Naomba tunyanyuke tusimame. Kidogo. Tufanye hivi. alafu nitawaeleza vile tutakavyomkaribisha mwenyekiti wetu, si ndio? Haya, nyosha viungo kidogo. Najua mmekaa sana. Nyosha viungo kidogo. Sawa sawa. Haya. 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 Haya, tufanye mikono hiyo warm kidogo. Nikisema moja tunapiga moja. Sawa? Haya. Ukikosea tu tunarudia mpaka tupate. Haya. Haya. Moja. Mbili. Tunarudia kuanzia mwanzo. Nyinyi mufuate tu ile hesabu ninasema. Nikisema hiyo hesabu unapiga hivyo hivyo. Sawa? Haya. Moja. Hii ni ya chairman. Mbili. Haya, turudie tena. Sasa tutaondoa watu. Moja. Mbili. Tatu. Nne. Tano. Ladies and gentlemen, makofi kwa mwenyekiti Bwana Moses Alan Omondi, mwenyekiti wetu mtarajiwa. Karibu sana mwenyekiti.
Asanteni sana. Thank you very much, Nimrod, for taking us through the session, and good evening na asanteni sana kwa kushiriki nasi up to now. I think we are very grateful because, like Stanley said, we had wanted to secure the space much earlier, but we got confirmation the day before yesterday, late, and we need to clear certain things, and then we clearly confirmed this yesterday evening, and we were wondering whether we should do or not do. But because we had not presented our manifesto fully, we had an online meeting that presented the first part of it. We said we'll go for it. So tunashukuru sana. Wacha niwaulize, wangapi wenu, let me put it the other way. How many of you have got friends that if you're required to come and meet you within 24 hours, watakuja? Nani wangapi? Or rather, how many friends do you have that if required for them to come within 24 hours, watafika? Nataka kuona kwa mkono. 24 hours. Wako. Alafu ni wangapi? Moja. Dismas? Watatu. Nani yako na zaidi ya watano? Tuko wangapi hapa? Naona tuko karibu, tunaendelea 30, 40, tutapata that number at the end of it. But I just want to show you the importance of your attendance, that within 24 hours, tulipoanika jana usiku, tumeona mmefika. So hebu jipikeni makofi kwanza. So one of the things that I know is that supply chain professionals are very sharp. Sema sharp. Acha nisirudie ndio niteleze. Nataka tusimame nyote ama sote, na nitauliza maswali, na ambaye atapata hizo maswali, niko na maswali 3, ambaye atapata tutamshangilia sana. So question number 1, what meals can you never take before breakfast? What are the 2 meals you can never take before breakfast? What are the 2 meals you can never take before breakfast? Nani ambaye anajua? Ati? Haya, naona umejaribu. Haya, tumpigie makofi. 30 divided by 2 plus 10. 30 divided by 2 plus 10. 30 divided by 2 plus 10. Narudia tena. 30 divided by 2 plus 10. 30 divided by 2 plus 10. Nani mwingine? Umenoa. 30 divided by 2 is 60. No, divide. Ukichukua kitu moja uganishe mara 2. Si ndio? Sasa. Alafu kisha ya mwisho, if you have one matchstick and you get to a room ambayo iko na giza, and you have a lamp, you have a candle, you have a lamp and a candle and gas, what will you light first? I repeat the question. If you have one matchstick, you will light the matchstick first. Ndio uguzishe kwa kando ama kwa koroboi, si ndio? Asanteni, kaeni chini. So, I want to take the opportunity, first of all, for the honor you've given me and together with my team and the privilege we have had to campaign. First of all, I say leadership is critically important. Leadership is critically important. Viongozi bora, maisha bora. Viongozi duni, maisha duni. The choice is yours. On the 14th to the 16th, we have a chance to take a decision for leadership for the Institute, to see whether we can develop the Institute to the levels that we require. And the reason for developing the Institute, according to ourselves, is to elevate you, to cause you to thrive, to provide environment that would make your work successful, better, and your career a joy to serve the members. And that's what we have focused on as Team Go. The second thing is that we as Team Go, maybe it's just to give you the basis under which we came with the thoughts and coined the word Team Go. Team Go, which means growth and opportunity, just focuses on a thought that we had from 2007. If you understand the history of KISIM, 2007 to 2019, we had the interim council. They came up with the idea of developing KISIM Towers. By the time they were finishing in 2019, they had done about 60 or 70% of that. So when we had the 2020 elections and we were successful, the KISIM Towers were still empty spaces, structures without windows and water view. The first substantive and the second substantive council, first substantive council took upon itself to complete the towers and to relocate and move the Institute to its current location. Why am I saying that's an important thing? We have a building along Lusaka Road done by KIRDI, and I'm not accusing them, Kenya Institute of Research and Kenya Industrial Research Development Institute, KIRDI, was started by the late Kibaki, 2002. To date, it is incomplete. So it means that if the council never took it seriously to complete the KISIM Towers, then we probably would not be having a home for ourselves for now. So that's an important part, a contribution towards moving KISIM to its new home, and a focus that the first council had. So the second council, the first council and the second council has done a lot of things under the chairmanship of John Karani. And what I think we are remembered for, or will be remembered for very well, is visibility. I think we have done so many things, but the Institute has been visible to many of our members. We no wonder got an award by the head of public service about 2 or 3 weeks ago in Kisumu. The award is in recognition of, or rather the most recognized regulatory agency amongst professional bodies that has been very visible with regulatory action. So head of public service conferred KISIM with that award, and that confirms that we have been visible, all right? And so we said we have KISIM Towers, we are visible. What should we do? We want to focus on our members. We want to focus on things that will cause you as a member to succeed and to thrive and to play at a higher level than you're currently. And so we said the things that will do that, we must identify growth and opportunity areas for our members, and that's how Team Go has come about. And we have 7 thematic areas as clearly outlined, and I will speak about area number 3. And first of all, to apologize for Mohammed, who could not be here with us. He traveled out of town for an assignment. We had hoped he would make it here, but he was not able to make it. We are able to cover for that. And then I'll outline some of the areas we think are opportunities that our members can get to very quickly. So one of the challenges we've had as an institute, or rather as members practicing, is victimization or undue harassment of our members as they practice. How many of us have experienced such issues? Unduly victimized or forced to do certain things that you really feel are not correct, but somehow you have to do what you're being told because a gun is being held on your hand. So we said, how can we help our members to handle the issue of victimization? And through the support of World Bank, 2022, KISM got funding, amongst many other things, to develop, of course, the registration process system that we have right now, but also we got funding that included delivery and supply and delivery of studio equipment. So as it is right now, the Secretariat has been working with KBC to help us develop a studio so that we can advocate for our issues. If you have a white paper and you put a black stain on it, and you look at the paper again and again, what are you likely to see? What are you likely to see? The black stain. Does white exist? But why does your eye go to the black stain only? Because it's a focus area. And one of the things that we've seen with the issues to do with the victimization is the narrowing on the focusing of one issue and forgetting the 95% or 99% of the good issues that our members do. We have had opportunities to call the media, the mainstream media, to come and report the good things that our members are doing, but that is not newsworthy. Bwana Nimrod Tabu, mnapoitwa kwa maneno ambayo hana haja sana, mnakataa kuja. Lakini ikiwa ni scandal, KICC, Judy, if there is a scandal, 100 billion, sijui nini imefanyika, watakuwa pale siku ya kwanza. And then jioni KTN News, you'll be able to see that news item out there without verifying what are the issues, without looking at the other good work that you do. So we are believing that a studio is going to help us to highlight the good things. One, number two, focus on and advocate for governors, particularly, especially in the counties, who frustrate our members. For instance, we had a specific governor, I'll not name, but who transferred one of our members to Liquor and Licensing Department. Director Supply Chain, ameokoka ni Mkristo, but the best thing you can do for her, kumpeleka Liquor and Licensing Department, essentially to frustrate and harass her so that she can quit and leave the job and go home. But she was brave, she went, she did her work, difficult as it was. We tried to intervene, and later on she was brought back. And then, again, some challenges have come in, but we're still trying to help those of us who are familiar with that case. But if such an issue were to happen, using our own studios, and we want to model the studios after the Spice Family Standard, where we invite politicians and business leaders, members of parliament, to come and discuss topical issues. And if there is victimization, we can highlight it there in front of the politicians. And when the media sees that, they'll be able to pick that. We can throw it out in the social media, and the mainstream media will then be able to highlight. So we have found a way of circumventing. Ndio bado, hiyo news mnakataa kutoa, mpate nafasi ya kuitoa. So in terms of advocacy, that's what we are thinking, just to highlight issues that they want hidden and bring them forward using our own channel. When you have our own channel, the other opportunities that will come out of that, we will develop a line of supply chain journalism. And because we have a college, we can offer short-term training for journalism with supply chain orientation, then bring these young people to come and support our studio. Studios, by the way, will help us generate advertisement revenue, you know, and so it can be self-sustaining. It is not a co-mandate, but we will leverage on the tool of the studio to make noise concerning our issues so that we begin to be respected in that sense. So that's one of the areas we think we can be able to advocate. Of course, the other one is looking at legal representation for deserving cases, where we have reviewed a matter by a practitioner and we feel there is merit to support it. I think Those are some of the things we want to do. And Mark spoke about setting up a foundation that can be able to give us extra resources so that we can support our members when they have those kind of challenges. So again, we're proposing that legal support is something that the institution can do based on merit. Not everything, because we can't run on everything that comes out there. Sometimes, unfortunately so, our members are the ones who are on the wrong. We have very many good members. I would imagine myself, 95% of our members are very good workers. But the truth of the matter is that we also have another 5% who actually give EACC relevance. You know, EACC is an anti-corruption authority. Their mandate is wrong. If I was to ask about a mandate for EACC, would be to focus on promoting ethical procurement, but they focus on anti-corruption. Again, anti-corruption is just a small portion of what happens to the entire country. Otherwise, if the entire country was corrupt, it means the 2.4 billion budget that the country has would all be lost. But if you look across, you can see some development. You can see roads being done. You can see hospitals being built. It means that our members are actually doing good work. So the other opportunities, and that's just a highlight of member advocacy issues that we feel we can do. But in terms of opportunities now that we want to bring out to our members, one is that we have the college. The college, currently I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned, but someone highlighted that we have about we started with 75 students in 2024 September. Right now is about 250 students. Our idea and our desire is to drive marketing to ensure we have about 2,000 students. But how are we going to do this? We will model our school under Open University of Kenya, and we've already signed some MOUs with them. And the idea is to use technology. If you understand the history of Open University, it's a public university, started out by His Excellency the President, 2024 January, and by the end of December, from 0 students, they had 14,000 students. And the model is that you can learn from anywhere in the country, actually in the world. And you can just enroll. It's very simple to enroll. Something like 10 minutes you can enroll, pay your fee very easily, and you're a student, you start your programs. I'm told that a lot of ladies go to school between 9 and 11 p.m. every day, because when they come from work, they will take care of the house chores, then get into class between 9 and 11, and someone can go to school without you even noticing and actually graduate and finish. So we think that if we procure such a system for the institute, we'll have our members in Turkana, we'll have our members in Lamu, in the far-flung areas, Isabania, coming to school. And if, for instance, we have 2,000 students, you slash that by 40, it means we can have a demand for 50 lecturers. Where will the lecturers come from? Are we going to get accountants to teach? Where will they come from? Where will they come from? Members. So those are the opportunities we are talking about, that once we develop the school in such a nature, then we can start to invite our members, train them on how to train, and they can be our facilitators to that. We also initiated RPL, Recognition for Prior Learning, and it created 3 roles. There's a role for an assessor. This is something that's recognized by Kenya National Qualification Authority. There's a role for an assessor, there's a role for a verifier, and there's a role for a moderator. Those are roles that are being taken over by supply chain practitioners. But importantly, for the young graduates, I've been talking about the agency model. Maybe that's what I'll try to highlight very quickly so that you see the opportunities that come out of that. The agency model is already in place. PPRA, on their website, have established procurement agencies in several areas, on procuring, on auditing, on consulting, inventory management, and disposal agency. But so if we speak specifically about procurement agencies, Section 92 of the PPADA says that a PE may, and the word is may, you need to take note of the word may, engage a procurement agency in the event they're not able to recruit an officer directly. So using the legal reforms that CM Fidel spoke about, if we are able to amend the word may to shall, already creates a situation where everyone is compelled, every agency is compelled to be able to recruit either an officer or an agency. So if you understand the ward system in the country, we have about 1450 wards in the country, which are led by MCAs. And in every ward, if you walked around in every ward, you would find easily 10 schools. Even in your local ward, if you checked right now in your mind, you're able to see 10 different schools. And so what are we saying? A single agency can take care of the procurement of 10 schools. And averagely, a school is given about 20 million annually by the government. So 20 million by 10 is 200 million. So if we were to set a fee, a model of funding the agency, a fee at 3% of 200 million, you would easily get 6 million annually as service charge for the agency. If you divide that, and I'm taking to your maths class, Pole, if you divide that by 6 million divided by 12 months, gives you about 500,000. Sindio? So one agency supporting 10 schools in their procurement with a budget of 200 million. On the other hand, we require the agency to recruit about 10 graduates, you know. So we have a system where there is work to be done, there is an agency, there is workers to do the agency, you know. And so we engage 10 graduates under the agency, and they can assign themselves roles. 2 can become buyers, 2 can become inventory managers, storekeepers, there can be contract managers, and fill up the 10 spaces, all right? And you would then compensate them. That 500,000 that we said monthly, that's available monthly, divide by 10, you can give them 50,000 shillings per agency. But for this case, we may give them 30,000 and then set aside 10,000 for rental and set aside 10,000 for contingencies. So long story, however, I'm trying to just express to you, demonstrate to you that if we had a model of agency like that, it is able to serve the schools, but it's also able to engage our graduates. So if one agency engages 10 graduates, picture this, if we got funding from development partners to register 1,000 agencies that would serve the ward, it means we're able to pick 10,000 graduates, that is 10 by 1,000, and engage them throughout the country. Is a talk, is a dream, but it is possible. If we engage the right partners, we engage government constructively, we show them the wastage that is currently happening because of lack of prudent use of public funds, and the fact that bazaars and principals are the ones who are procuring within schools, then is a thought that somebody can begin to listen to. And that's what you're saying. These are some of the opportunities we want to bring to our members, and that's why we focused on telling our members that we're talking about growth and opportunities that we can bring so that our members can be able to thrive. So the other thing that we have spoken about is supply chain auditors. Okay, now, according to the Auditor Act, and I think CM Fidel may have touched on that, has a requirement to recruit auditors. And I understand from one of our colleagues in Auditor General's office is that there is spaces for supply chain auditors to be recruited. Actually, in the previous regime of Dr. Edward Ouko, the Auditor General, there were supply chain professionals who are serving as supply chain auditors. So it's an engagement we need to have with them to just reinstate that. But importantly, is using the school to prepare, using our school to prepare short programs on supply chain audit, equip our members. This can be 3 months program, equip our members. When they're equipped, they're able to go out and serve in those opportunities and spaces that exist. We also have enforcement agencies, DCI, EACC already have supply chain investigators, DCI and ODPP, and especially judiciary. When the judges are making decisions, sometimes they are hindered because of lack of supply chain researchers or supply chain assistants to help them in delivering those judgments. As a matter of fact, I'm aware of one of our colleagues who went and delivered trainings to judges on the procurement aspects, and when he delivered the training, the judges said, now we are ready to deliver judgment. So you can see the effect of delays caused by lack of that specialist knowledge And these are then the opportunities that we can take. Members, do you agree that we have opportunities that we can harness from just the discussions that you're having? Tunakubaliana? Zinawezekana? And for us, we think, having gone round, we think, yes, we can create those opportunities and more for our members. In closing, because we need to close, is to also reassure members what I'm talking about are things that are possible. Together with CM Fidel and Mark, we, within this current council, and which we were privileged to serve, thanks to your support in the first term for me, and the second term for me, and the third term for me, thanks to your support, we will be able to deliver. 2020, we had an Excel sheet register. 2024, fully automated. E-card, e-license, e-registration. Thanks to myself and also Mark for that kind of work. Membership growth has been said, less than 2,000 active members, 9,000. Elections, regulations, how many of us came to KICC for the first elections? Manually? I can see, yes. William, you came from where? What was the experience? What was the cost? Relatively high. You had to use transport, you had to find accommodation, you had to pay for your meals, isn't it? So we worked with the members of parliament in 2022, and they enabled us to amend our laws to include the option or the process of automation. So next week on Wednesday, nobody needs to travel from anywhere. You will just be voting at the comfort of your phone and your laptop. Sioni maendeleo? Because that, yeah. Otherwise, that would still be happening. If we never took the decision to amend that, it would still be happening. And it would have been very chaotic. Last time, Mark Kanda came from Eldoret with 3 buses. In 2020, the first time brother, in 2020, with 3 buses. Na hata watu wakumwonea huruma, bado wakuamwangusha chini. Unajua, so you can see the costs that he incurred, lakini bado akufaulu. So this time round, we are saying, vote from the comfort of your phone, laptop at 0 cost. We had, in 2020, we established KISEB as a board, and I can see 1 or 2 board members present here. We established KISEB as a board, actually 3, including Mark Kanda. Otherwise, it was a department in KISIM, the examination department in KISIM. And what is important with the establishment of that board is that, 1, we appointed the chairman and the directors then, but in 2020, we had 3 CPSPKs. Wangapi ni CPSPKs hapa, by the way? Stanley? Wambani, yeah, they are quite a number, yeah. Congratulations to you. Tuwapigie makofi. It's a testament of the work that's been. We had 3. One of them I remember was Dr. Hali Mutisia. Right now, in the last graduation, and Director Susan confirm if I'm wrong or right, but I think we are getting to 1,000, isn't it? Yes, 1,000 CPSPKs. It means in the last 5 years, we have been professionalizing supply chain. And the idea is to have as many practitioners as possible, the equivalent of CPAKs in account, so that they can now serve the market better. We stop paying foreign currency to do CIPS. CIPS is a good program, but I normally say, which program can we take from Kenya to London, na tuite wazungu wakae kwa darasa wasome? Watakwambia aje? What can a third world country offer us? So we would rather use ours, which is customized, and develop our people because we understand the issues. But CIPS is also, CPSPK is an equally important certification because it's globally customized and benchmarked. So then, even in terms of financial power, KISIM in 2020 had a budget of 160 million. KISIM 2024 closed with a budget of 508 million. So you can see that the programs and the ideas that the council has had have actually enabled the institute to grow. What's important is that The government has defunded and declassified KISM, but we are saying, yes, we can stand on our own. I can go on and on and on and on and say quite a number of things that we have done, but I'm demonstrating to you in a short space that we are able to do what we say we do. And then in closing, I said at the beginning, leadership is critically important. Leadership is not to be entered into lightly. The only reason you want to stand to lead is to improve the lot of others. If you have another reason to stand to lead, and it's not development and progress of those who have given you the chance, then that is a wrong reason to stand. And members, I want to challenge you, in the next week, please look critically, objectively, and fairly, and choose leaders who are going to develop your lot, leaders who are going to develop your space. We have demonstrated with the little opportunity that we've had, we believe given another opportunity, we're able to elevate the Institute further. I repeat again, the only reason to stand and offer yourself to lead is for one reason. It's because many cannot lead at the same time. One person takes the responsibility to lead for the others. If that person is getting to lead without the desire to help the many who have given him that mandate, then there's no reason to lead. Someone should not stand to lead. And I want to tell you, we've worked together with my team members. We carefully selected, chose one another because yes, there was a selection, but there was an acceptance. And for me, I'm very confident that the team, given the chance, can lead. Why do I speak about a team? A team is a leverage tool. The team has helped us to move. You have noticed and observed for yourself, we've done about 37 counties. I think we have had the widest reach, unless we are told otherwise, but I think we have had the widest reach as a team. We have met almost going to 120, 130 institutions directly. We have engaged with members. We have listened to what they say. We know their concerns, and we believe, given that opportunity, we are able to turn around their challenges and frustrations into something that will be pleasant for them. So in closing, I want to ask you members, those of us present, those of us online, and the multiply effect. We are, I don't know how many members are here, but each one of you, if you decided over the weekend tomorrow to reach out to 10 or members who are within your circle of influence, then the number here multiplies significantly. 10 by the number of your members in your circle of influence will ensure that we all get the chance and opportunity to lead the Institute. For us, we are grateful for every moment that we have had. We have traveled far and wide. It's been by the grace of God. You cannot imagine some of the journeys we made. And I'll give you one as I close, Bwana Tabu. We were in, and we've done that over and over again. We were in Kisumu on Tuesday morning. We went around 6 institutions, and we started early at about 6 institutions, actually 6 institutions. We were done by 2. We drove all the way to Homa Bay. Homa Bay, we met the county assembly and the executive. We were done by, because it takes 2 hours to get to Homa Bay. So we arrived at 4. We finished by 6. And we had committed Migori County that we will come there, come rain, come shine. And we left Homa Bay at 6. We arrived in Migori at 7:30. We had dinner with the team. We left at 10. We arrived back in Kisumu at 1 a.m. We barely slept. There's no sleeping, by the way. 1 a.m. we were up. By 6 we were ready. By 9 or 10 we were in Siaya. We met the team. By 2 we were back in Kisumu. And by the following day, we are back in Nairobi. We have pushed ourselves. We believe we're not lazy. We can be able to push if given the chance. And that's just one example. All the other counties, I think we went to Naivasha. By 6, we were in Nakuru. By 9, again, having dinner with another team. We then went to sleep in Elgeyo Marakwet, arriving at midnight. In the morning in Eldoret, we were at 8 in Eldoret. We did 10 institutions in Eldoret. We finished at around 3. We had a meeting in Sirikwa. We did not sleep in Eldoret. We slept in Bungoma. We woke up the following morning in Busia County at 8. And Busia, as I close, Busia, we had 2 members. That was during the National Dialogue Forum. We had 2 members who had not been given a chance by their VC to attend the National Dialogue. And in that discussion, the VC came and we asked him, do you support our members to do their work? He said, yes, we do. And then we said, there's a program which is coming up, and have you supported our members? She said, I'm not aware. We said, and she said, they have not even asked me. I said, you guys, why are you not asking for support from you? Then we asked, can we confirm that they'll be given the support to come to the National Dialogue? And then the VC said, yes, we will support you. And we were very glad to see 2 of the members from Alupe University coming to the National Dialogue. Thanks to our intervention, even as we are going through the campaign process, we are able to see the needs of the members and bring them out and make sure that something is done about them. So I want to conclude and thank all of you once again for your patience and for your time with us. And I see some of my great friends here. I see Judith and KICC. Judith, maybe there'll be something you will tell people if time allows. And the many other, Ian is still here or is outside. We have Sylvester, all this. And I run a mentorship group of about 20 people, and that's why you see a lot of these endorsements were coming from them. Some of them we've had from 208. I did not start now. And it's active mentorship. Some of them actually are senior managers. Some are mid-level managers. Some are entry-level managers. And it's a desire to just help and develop them. And out of those relationships, we have found through networks opportunities for them where they have been competitively reviewed and absorbed into those opportunities. So that's the kind of leadership we bring. I'll not talk about my profile. I think you've seen it in the media now, and we stand for developing the Institute. So I want to thank you so much, and God bless you for listening. Asanteni. The other reason we came here is to close and celebrate. Avas Nimrod, najua mko na haraka, lakini nataka to dance. Aya, utatongoza.
Makofi kwa chair. I think we can do better than that. Tusimame kidogo, tupige makofi mzuri kwa chair tafadhali, na tuta dance. Hiyo ni hakika. Sawa sawa. Haya, twende. Tano. Tatu. Mbili. Haya, malizia. Moja. Makofi sana, asante sana. Hawa wagombea wakae, nyinyi msimame. Mimi nataka tuchukue kiapo. Weke mkono hapa kwenye kifua. Alafu urudie nyuma yangu. Weka mkono hapa. Hata kama ni matani, lakini ni ahadi tunaweka, si ndio? Haya, tuseme mimi. Unajitaja jina. Mimi. Sema mimi so and so. Haya, mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Team Go. Mimi jina. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Team Go. Haya, sasa tutaje hawa. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa mwenyekiti Omondi. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa council member Mwema. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Kanda. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Patricia. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Ndungu. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Sirengo. Mimi nimeamua kura yangu ni kwa Nuu. Mimi nimeamua usiku wa Jumanne sitalala kwa sababu sitaki kuota. Jamani, mrudie. Mimi nimeamua Jumanne usiku sitaki kulala, kwa sababu sitaki kuota na mgombea mwingine. Mimi sitaki majaribu, sitaki kushawishika. Nimeamua ni Team Go. Haya, kaeni chini. Asanteni sana. Tumefikia kikomo, lakini kabla tumalize, dance ni ya mwisho. Kwa kifupi sana, nataka nimuite Bwana Mwema aseme tu vote of thanks kwa kifupi sana, maneno machache tu, kwa dakika 2 tu. Samahani, kabla ya vote of thanks, tulikuwa tumesema hapo awali tutakuwa na nafasi ya Q&A. Pengine kuna maswali 2 matatu to any of our wonderful candidates here today. Hata kama kwa online members pia, wale ambao wanatutazama, pengine kama umeandika kwenye mtandao tunaweza kusoma. Kuna wengi ambao wanatufuatilia kwenye mtandao kwa sasa hivi. Linda, tumefika idadi ngapi tufikia sasa hivi? 247. Makofi kwa wale wanaotutazama kwenye mtandao. Asanteni sana kwa wale wanaotutazama. Those are many members, Sawa, kwa yote aliyeko na swali kwenye mtandao pengine unaweza kuandika tu, tutajibu mbio mbio, lakini naona hapa niwapatie nafasi ya maswali. Tukumbushe tena jina, alafu uliza swali kwa kifupi kwa sababu ya muda.
Asante sana. Langu si swali. It's just a word of encouragement to those fellow competitors. This is not die or life. This is development of our Kisim Towers. So out of 18, we need 6. Out of 4, we need 1. So asiyekubali kushindwa si mshindani. Na ukishindwa, wacha wenye wamepita wakuwe na nafasi ya kuhudumia sisi kama professions.
Asante.
Na waomba, hii sio kifo wala kitu chochote. Sisi wote ni professional. Na ukikubali kushindwa, kubali. Ukishinda, tuhudumie. Na ukishinda, usizime simu yako katika hao watu. Sababu kesho utawahitaji. Ukweli uongo. Kumekuwa na changamoto ya schools procurement officers, Team Go. From where the former regime left, pick it up. And that should be the first agenda you implement to these people so that they have heart with you. Ama namna gani? The other thing, I've had very good positions you are holding. Some of the competitors, some of you here. When you are preparing a tender document, unaandika to be certified by a lawyer. Why can't you change it to be certified by a licensed practitioner so that I create your time apate hiyo 1000 zenye lawyer angepata? Si tunalipa? That is first. You should consider those things. The other thing, which is burning, you hold very big positions. All these offices, we are going to feed them. Come rain, come sunshine. Some of these practitioners, they have registered a company. We have youth, PWDs, and women, and open tenders. Why can't you do a selective tenders that you think that this tender, let me intend to give the youths or women. If you give a woman a cleaning tender for 2 years, is going to employ a procurement officer to source material for cleaning. True or false? Is going to employ a storekeeper to make sure that these materials are released according the way they are required. Is going to employ the cleaning, and the criteria is going to use this cleaner must have at least a certificate or a diploma in supply chain or whatever. Have you not created employment for those people? You have, isn't it? Those are my words, and I will repeat them next time we meet. Thank you.
Asante sana. Asante sana. Nani mwingine ako na swali ama jibu? Asante. And while we do that, nataka kutambua kuwepo kwa Bwana Bernard Mukundi ambaye yuko pamoja nasi pia jioni hii. Asante sana kwa kuja kuwa pamoja nasi.
Thank you very much, Nimrod. Team Go, upcoming chair and upcoming council members, and my colleagues here, good evening. Ama wanasema good night. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. So allow me to congratulate you, Team Go, for even having it fit for us to come and tell you congratulations or wish you good luck this last touches. For me, I want to congratulate you for the resilience and this far that you've come. I think you've started. We have really seen you. We've been following all the encouragement and the words that you are calling upon us to really support you. So for me, as I stand here, may your hard work pay. May it pay. Because we've seen you, you've worked so much hard, reminding us to remember you during the day that we're going to vote. And from where I stand, that day, as we've just made an oath through Pastor Nimrod, we're going to try as much as possible not to forget and not to be, shortchanged or to change our minds last minute. But then I know this is a very, again, important moment for us to even bring in our thinking. We're expecting you to still help us. Most of the time, in fact, even colleagues listening, even from afar, people normally ask, why are we really following these people, these leaders? What benefit do we want to get from them? For real, for sure, as we may not get tangible benefits, like I'll be given any favor. But the most important thing that you want to feel when you get to those seats is to grow our profession. This is not a young profession. We've started and we've come from far. Looking at other professions, like even HR, who just formed a team and they are going very fast, almost ahead of us, we sometimes ask ourselves, where did we go wrong as procurement professional? Why are we not among the people being even considered for even better and big jobs? I'm looking forward to you fighting for us, and especially at a time that we are being victimized. We've had a situation, I must say that in as much as I'm not in real-time practicing, but I hear a lot. Many people who come near me, they cry a lot about what is not working for them. They say that as procurement, we are normally being given even an opportunity to raise concern last minute when a decision has been made. And I've heard many of them saying that even when committees of projects, strategic projects are being put in place, procurement are not being brought on board. But then we come in last minute to be the implementers. And now, because you're not aware of the genesis of this project, you're normally pushed to do things even without, following the procedures. Yet, as we all know, procurement is not an event, it's a process. And this process is not a process of you wake up and do it. It is a legal process. And we want to see you speaking for us. So as you go, because we know that you're going to go and sit and represent us, please speak for us. We are tired of being victimized and being called like we don't know. In fact, most of us, some people, I've ever been asked when I used to practice that, do you have a unit in procurement that teaches you to be slow? I don't know if you've ever had that. Somebody's asking, have you ever been taught to be slow? Which, for me, we are not slow, but we are being pushed to do things in a hurry, and you know very well that it's going to take you to a problem. I'm looking forward, Chairman Moses, to see you even standing in the parliament speaking for us. We don't see you. We normally see others speaking for their profession. Even when there are opportunities, you see accountants, lawyers, they are speaking. You don't come strong and speak for us. So as we bid you farewell and saying all the best, please, when you go there, because, this is an opportunity for us to sit, to talk. When that time comes, we will not be able to get that opportunity because you're already on the other side. Please, when you go, remember us, remember that we want to move forward, we want to be relevant in the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for taking long.
It's all right. Thank you. Asante sana pia kwa kuwa hapa. Very few seconds.
So for those who didn't know, my name is Susan Chesang, and I'm a director at the board, but then I work at the Kenya School of Government.
Just 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
1 minute, then we
Okay,
close.
thank you.
Asante.
Thank you for this occasion. Actually, for the TIMCO people, I can say I know each and everyone. I've interacted with them, starting with Sirengo. Way back when I used to work at KISIM, Sirengo was the pioneers of the regional chapters from Kakamega to Bomet. Right now, she's doing a good work at Bomet University. After setting up structures, I think now you are ripe for KISIM. On Ndungu, when we were going around the country on regional chapters and forums, he was still a young guy. He would spend his time from Central to Nakuru to Nairobi to Nyeri. And Ndungu, you are going far. I wish you well. Keep the spirit. For Patricia, she was way back in Mombasa many years ago. She was my lecturer. And she's one of the first persons who introduced soft skills. And through these soft skills, actually, you would realize most professionals actually were running into depression. She introduced mental health at KISIM. And I hope, Patricia, when you come, you will be tasked to capacity building. Please do drive it. For CM Kanda, I've known him for a long time, from when he was a board member at KISEP. He was the one who brought in funds for the inaugural and the starting of KISEP. I can say, Kanda, from what you have done also at KISIM, you've driven a lot of policies and issues ranging from the HR policies, membership, and also driving the big agenda of the institute. For Fidel, actually, he's a young fella. He's a director of supply chain at Makueni University. Sorry, Makueni County. For Fidel, actually, I can say Fidel has grown up the ranks from a young professional to a bigger person. And when you remember during Kifuta's time, Makueni County was the model county in terms of ethical procurement. Yeah, for Moses Omondi, there is a Nigerian saying which says, when the alligator comes from the river and tells you the crocodile is sick, do not doubt it. For the chairpersons, actually, I've worked the same parts with them. But I can tell you, Omondi stands out. He's brave. You cannot go through on his way when he has an agenda to deliver. And I can tell you, professionals, actually, Omondi is safe with us. Please drive that message. I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Makofi kwake. Asante sana. Kwa sababu ya muda, hao wameandika kwa maneno, lakini nataka nyinyi muandike kwa kura, si ndio? Mnikubalie nifunge tu kwa sasa, tafadhali, kwa sababu ya muda. Oh, okay. All right. Njoo karibu hapa ndio tukupate picha vizuri. Njoo hapa. There you go. Because of the camera.
Good evening, members. Good evening once again. My name is Judith Nyaberi, HOD Supply Chain in KCC. And I say that I'll not just leave this forum without giving a word. I know these members are firm. The council members, we have faith in you. But allow me to sum it up that with our chair, our able chair, Alan Moses, is a person he has a golden heart. I've never seen a person who can just assist someone that he doesn't even know from nowhere Today is my first time attending such forums, and I even came with my staff. I was telling my staff that we have to go for this forum. It's, I can say it's one of its own kind. Alan, hakuwa ananijua. But this guy, there's a time I was attending an interview forum when we were having our interview at KCC. Then I approached one of the KCC members, junior too, sitamtaja kwa sasa, but he's very resourceful. He told me that, Judy, there's a guy called Alan, and we shared contact. Alan anijui. I told Alan, I'm so stressed. I need someone to guide me through. I need someone to coach me. He took his own time. Alini guide. You know someone who takes you like a brother. Ajui mwenye anaongelesha, lakini I can get through the interview questions. He told me, Judy, you need to go to the interview. Don't be scared. You're a woman, yes, but you can face it. So I believe the heart that Alan has, the way he operates with people that it doesn't even know. What if we give him this chance to serve us? This guy will take us far. So today as we are seated here, mine is just to give you assurance that hizi maswali tuko nazo, Susan, hii maswali tuko nazo, the doubts that we think like, who will represent it at parliament, at what, this team is able. Under the leadership of Alan, there's no doubt. We will be there. Kindly, Alan, don't let us down. We have faith in you. We believe that all our maswali yote imekuwa kitusumbua in procurement, you have answers to our questions with your able team. Patricia, we believe in you. We might have not interacted with some of the members, but we know when you work with Alan, things will be all right. We wish you well, and we believe that we will achieve all the goals and all the promises that were given to us. Muangalie pia mishahara zetu. Make sure we get good salaries as head of procurement and even the members in procurement kindly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy. Asante sana. And now finally, let me invite Council Member Fidel, just very briefly, to pass a vote of thanks.
Amjambo. Yes, tunamalizia. I want to say that, sorry, I want to say that we take note of the positive comments and also the concerns that have been raised, and I believe in our manifesto, we are basically trying to address those issues. And we only ask that come next week on Wednesday up to Friday noon. Please cast your vote in our favor so that we can go inside and make sure that we make those changes. I have been asked by the chairman to allow the council members, candidates, to come forward and make concluding remarks. I know in our midst there is our brother, Bernard Mukundi. The chairman will recognize you when he's making his final remarks. And this is how we will go. Tutaanza nyuma, wale waliongea nyuma tukienda mbele. Na ukimaliza kuongea, unasimama tu hapa mbele. So, nani aliongea wa mwisho council members? Bas, kuja tumpigie makofi. Asante, karibu sana Stan.
Thank you, Bwana Fidel, for giving us that chance. Mine, I don't have much ado. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your time. I think it was a great sacrifice having you here, listening to us. As we are looking forward, 14th to 16th, remember Stanley Ndirangu Ndung'u. God bless you. Good night. Tuonane kwa debe. Asante.
Thank you very much. Sasa unaweza panda hapo. Ule mwingine alikuwa nani? Mother Sirengo. Tumpigie makofi akija. Council members in waiting.
Thank you, my fellow council member. What I would like to say is that let us not gamble with the leadership of our institution. You've heard us, you've heard what we've promised, and I'm sure we will deliver. Kindly vote for us, vote for Martha Sirengo, come the 14th of January 2026, that is next week on Wednesday. Thank you so much.
Tumpigie makofi tena. Ni vizuri tu tumpigie makofi. Ni hapo tu. Asante. Then we go to who? Mark Kanda. Tumpigie makofi. CM kama Mark Kanda.
Hey. Just want to appreciate all of us who are present here, and also those who follow this program online. We will not take you for granted because of your love for your leaders. You chose to stay up to this time. I just want again to say, come that 14, give your trust Timco, trust your leadership to Mark Kanda. I didn't say where I am, but you'll see only the face. If you don't see the face, see Mark Kanda, give a tick, and we rejoice together, and we move our programs forward. Thank you, and I wish you a happy new year going forward. Thank you.
Asante CM Mark Kanda. Thank you. Now we welcome my sister Patricia Kadharima. Tumpigie makofi. Karibu sana.
Once again, good evening. They say that, one Rosalina said that a good leader takes people where they want to be, but a great leader takes people not where they necessarily want to be, but where they need to be. There may be what we want, but there is what we need, and the leaders are here, the leadership is here. Are you young graduates? Your employability concern has been taken note. Are you in employment and you don't want to experience career plateau? We have heard you loud and clear. Are you in the NGO and private space, private sector, and you feel the training calendar, the CPD calendar has not been recognizing you and hearing you? We want to tell you, you are home and dry. And those with accredited firms, the CPD issues, the affordability and accessibility for everybody. You're looking forward to retirement or you want to take a leave early, don't be worried. You're home and dry. We have heard you and we are going to put into consideration from a member-centric perspective. Thank you for coming, and those online, thank you for your time. God bless you and Happy New Year.
Tumpigie makofi vizuri. Thank you. Mine is to say that we want to appreciate you for your patience, for staying put since we started. We are running late, and therefore we have to appreciate you. We have seen some of you have been able to travel from various parts of the country. We have been able to have members online, and we still have members online. The last time we checked, we had already 247 members watching us online. And we want to say that we are grateful and thankful for that support. It has been a journey since November. We have been campaigning almost daily since the time the official campaign period started, and it has not been easy. I know we have been able to go through through a lot, and sometimes stress has come our way when we thought probably some things were not working. And I believe, just like us candidates, that has been your case. If you so wish to see some of the candidates here win, sometimes, najua, you ask yourself, is so and so going to be able to win? Isn't it? This team is very diverse. We have representation from various sectors. We have representation from various age groups and brackets. And we have representation from various experiences in terms of supply chain management. I believe this is one of the best constituted teams. And also when it comes to issues of regional balance, I think we are the team that has been able to try, in the very few positions which are there, we have been able to try to balance regional issue. I want to encourage you, and I want to tell you that the campaign period is not over. Tuko pamoja mpaka hapo. The campaign period is not over. The official campaign period is ending on Monday afternoon at 12 noon. So between now and Monday afternoon, please do whatever you can possibly do to help this team, not just to win, but to win convincingly. The team, we have various strengths in each one of us. So sometimes you may need to see where and how you can support everyone, and especially candidates who have just come into the election, and maybe those ones who are, this is their first time. You need to see how you can be able to support them in your own way between now and Monday afternoon, so that we be able to move in as a team. Of course, we leave everything to God. Over the weekend, those who go to church on Saturdays like my brother Wilson, and those who go to church on Sundays like myself, please do not forget to pray for us. It is not easy. Tuko pamoja. On Monday, in the afternoon, we believe we will be able to win, and therefore the chairman, under his guidance and wisdom, akituambia tupime vitenge, pia sisi tutapima nini? Vitenge. I want to finally say that we appreciate you thus far for the journey that we have walked with you, and we really can't pay for your support and efforts. But we believe he who sees good deeds will be able to repay you. Thank you very much. I don't want to welcome the chairman. I want to give the mic to the MC so that he can welcome the chairman, who will recognize Mukundi. Thank you very much.
Makofi for Team Go right here. Sini hao mmeamua? Hai, na dereva wao je? Na dereva wao je? DJ niwekee kamuziki kidogo, tumwalike chairman aje hapa kidogo aseme mawili, tumsimamishe, alafu sote pia tuje hapa jukwani. Hapa tunaweza dance, tumepewa ruhusa. Hapa juu. Nataka picha ya mwisho iwe hapa juu. Haya, tafadhali tumkaribishe chairman wetu na huu wimbo aje aseme naye neno moja tu. Halafu hey, unbogable, si ndio? Mnaikumbuka eh? Chairman is unbogable. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Si kitambo sana. Si nyimbo ilitoka wakati bado uko kampo, si ndio? Karibu sana bwana chairman.
Thank you so much, members. Thank you so much, colleagues, for the journey we have taken together. I don't want to be long. I'll start first of all by recognizing Mukundi Bernard. Mukundi Bernard is a competitor to the team, but I know the reasons he's come here. He was a former employee at the Nairobi Hospital, so he's an environment that he's very familiar with. He was a supply chain manager before that. And we've had a long journey of friendship with him. Maybe I could disclose, when the teams were being formed, he approached me. But I told him, unfortunately, in a nice way, that the bus was full. Part of the team that you see here, we had started discussions in November last year, so we tried to be very strategic, and some of the team members will confirm. So for us, as a worthy opponent, is to wish him well, but of course, you know, he's a friend, but my heart is here. So thank you very much, Bernard. Like I said, we wish you well. In closing, I just want to repeat the three things I said. Leadership is critically important. Leadership is not to be entered into lightly. The only reason you stand to lead is to elevate the lot of others. And then finally, everything rises and falls with leadership. So the choice is now yours to take that decision on the leaders that you want for the profession. We believe that when you consider critically, you will find that we are probably the most suitable team for you to support, and we want you to support us. So thank you very much. God bless you. and have a highly successful 2026 at a personal level, at the office level, and of course at the institutional level. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. Asante sana. Naomba tupige picha kidogo. Should we remove the podium? Oh, you okay, yeah? Okay, great.
DJ.
Let's see those smiles, tafadhali. Asante. Makofi tena for this wonderful picture. Hii tunatumai kwamba itatokea Ijumaa kwa magazeti baada ya kutangazwa washindi, si ndio eh? Turudie. Si mlisema kura zinahesabika siku mbili? So matokeo ni Ijumaa. Ijumaa. So hii picha tuitumie Ijumaa ama Jumamosi. Haya sawa. 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 Take another one. And let's see those smiles. In 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Asante sana. May I also invite you members to come. Tujipange. Tuanzie na wale wako karibu na ardhi. Halafu wale karibu wako juu, halafu wale wanakaribia mbinguni wawe nyuma. Wale wanakaribia ardhi wawe hapa mbele. Njoni tafadhali members. We're about to finish. We're about to finish. Asante. Cameraman. Video. Njoo tafadhali. Karibuni tu tafadhali, karibuni. Na kwa sababu sote ni Team Go, tunaweza kuchanganyika. Sawa? Tuchanganyike na wagombea wetu wa Team Go tafadhali. Tuchanganyike. Let's mingle all together. Nisione tu wagombea peke yao mbele. Let's mingle. Karibuni, 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 karibuni hivi, karibuni. Naomba wale ambao wamerembeka kwa ufupi waje mbele. Wale wamerembeka kwa ufupi waje mbele. Kuna wengine waje upande huu pia. Wengine njoni upande huu. Yeah, let's mingle, let's mingle. Hapa katikati ya chairman na Bwana Kanda, naomba kuwe na wengine tafadhali. Tafadhali. Kuwe na wengine. Njoo upande huu. Njoo. Hapa katikati. Exactly. Haya, mumemfinya Bwana Kanda, tusonge hivi kidogo. Wamekusqueeze. Haya, sawa. Sawa. How we doing? Kusaidia. Haya, to smile tafadhali, to smile.
Tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru. Leo ni leo. Raha, tupate na ustawi. Leo ni leo. Na inawezekana. Inawezekana. Leo ni leo. Lero ni lero. Lero ni lero.
Smiles, smiles. He smiles. Iende nyuma kama ile tu. Hapo exactly. Thank you. Haya, makofi, tucheke kidogo. Smiles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Haya, msiondoke hapo. Video. Tafadhali nirekodie hii ngoma wakidance tafadhali. Record tuweke kumbukumbu. Kaka, unaniwekea nyimbo gani? Jerusalema. Haya, tuende Afrika Kusini, si ndio? Na tuchanganyike. Wale wako na miguu mbili za left tafadhali tu wakuje mbele. Tunataka kuwaona vile wana dance na miguu za left. Wale wako na miguu mbili za left. Space out. And it's freestyle. You don't have all to look in front. You can look at your fellow members to dance. Tujienjoy tafadhali. tujienjoy. Weka sauti DJ. You see? Unaona council member Martha Sirengo anasielewa kabisa. Haya. Namuona bwana Ndungu pia. Anasienda sawa. Let's go. Timbo. Oi. Salema. Yeah. Twende. Katomemba Martha anazikwenda kisawasawa. Hii ni celebration ya ushindi. Yes, bwana Makanda, makofi. Haya, bwana chairman kuja tuone bwana chairman mbele. Makofi ya chairman. Makofi. Haya, makofi ya bwana Fidel. Makofi ya barobaro Fidel. Haya, wapi makofi ya Madam Patricia Kasrima kuje mbele. Ona. Haya, wapi ya bwana Ndungu? Bwana Ndungu kuja mbele. Kuja Ndungu. Mimi naona tukitoka hapa twende Carnival. Twendeni Carnival, si ndio? Direct. Asanteni sana. Niweke ngoma ya Kiluya kidogo. Ngoma ya Waluya. Madam Martha anataka na ya kale. Sawa. Tuweke ya Kiluya moja. Madam Martha Sirengo anasema ako na style anataka kutuonyesha. Yes. Ndio hiyo. Mapeka. Haya. Council member Martha kuja mbele tuonyeshe. Ugeukie hao ukiwaonyesha. Ndio hiyo. Mapeka. Ona. Haya. Yeah. Haya, twende Rift Valley sasa, twende Uasin Gishu. Twende kwa kina bwana Makanda. Atuonyeshe bwana Makanda. Huko tunaenda kwa kina bwana Makanda sasa hivi. Hamjapata? Ya kale. Bwana Makanda, chagua nyimbo inaitwaje? Kuna nyimbo inaitwaje? Kuja uchague. Ngoja tu tuendelee na hiyo, tuendelee na hiyo Mkaanga. Chagua. Zuia tu hapo msiondoke. Hata sawa. Imepatikana. Council member Makanda imepatikana. Inakuja. Moto. Yes. Chiki. Ndio hiyo. Hai. Alama ya ushindi. Sema mbele. Heaven. Safi. Mbele, mbele, mbele. Mbele kwa ushindi. Team go. Haya, tumeenda mbele. Sasa wacha tuende huko kwa mlima. Wacha tuende kwa mlima. Si ndio? Hii ndio hiyo ya kina Dongo. Ndio hii ya kina Dongo. Bas. Unajua hii ya kina Dongo, hata ukikuwa mwembamba una dance hivi ni kama we ni mnono. That one. Haya. DJ anapiga mix kweli kweli. Wacha sasa tuende Makueni. Tukitoka Makueni tuingie Seikuru. Huko Eastern bado tubaki huko. Haya. Hiyo ni remix. Haya, twende Ukambani. Ndio hiyo sasa.
Masago pandizindu nyosomwe. Masago endi kwa taya mukamba. Matane vya mashambiki mamutolo. Matane vya mashambiki makingawe. Magayotina mailala meka mamona. Magayotina maimandu ya ndisikisha. Nuloko ni kwa motongane manoisia. Nuloko ni kwa ananyoza mokoka. Maiti nongolia. Maiti nombezoba. Ni mabange nanzi. Nandika banga kwa munuka. Asante. Sasa tuende kwa kina chairman. Huyu anakuja hapa na kibao moto moto, anaitwa Prince Inda. Angalieni chairman tu. Angalieni chairman. Haya. Haya. Hiyo sasa. Hiyo. Wana utaratibu tu. Ona chairman sasa ndio huyo. Ndio hiyo sasa. Huko nyuma tuchangamke. Huko tu nyuma tuchangamke. Mshimiki unikanye. Mamae dongepo. Mamae dongepo. Mamae dongepo.
Asante. Haya, zuia hapo. Makofi kwenu nyinyi wote. Asante kwa chairman, asante kwa council members. Tunawatakia kila laheri. Tulianza na maombi, lazima tufunge na maombi. Pale nyuma nataka tuangalie, kuna lile ombi la Kisim. Si tuko na ombi letu la Kisim, Dadangu Linda, siji kama tuko na hii. Naomba tufunge na hii iko upande huu. Siji kama ile tumeizima hata iko hapa mbele pia. Si ndio? Haya. Si ndio? Wakati tunapoelekea katika uchaguzi, tunaomba pia masuala ambayo yanasimamia taasisi ya Kisim tuyaeke mbele usiku huu, si ndio? Na pia mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Tukishamaliza kusema ile, nataka nimwambie Bwana Stanley pia atufungie kwa maombi. Haya, tuanze kwa pamoja. Almighty God, asante. Bwana Stanley, tufungie kwa maombi.
Wacheni tuombe na tuamini. Baba, katika jina la Mwana Yesu Kristo, twaja mbele zako wakati mwema. Twaliinua jina lako, twalimidi kwa maana wewe ni Mungu mkuu. Hakuna Mungu mwingine kama wewe. Pokea sifa, pokea shukrani zetu. Tulipokuwa tukianza, tulikualika, tukakuomba Bwana uandamane pamoja nasi. Tumeona nguvu zako, tumeona uwezo wako Bwana wetu wa mbinguni. Umeandamana pamoja nasi kama team Go. Twakushukuru Bwana wetu wa mbinguni. Pokea sifa, pokea shukrani zetu Yehova. Hata kwa wale ambao waliweza kujitoa na wakafika mahali hapa ili tuweze kusemezana, twashukuru Bwana wetu wa mbinguni kwa ajili ya neema na utukufu wako Yehova. Hata wale ambao Bwana waliweza kutazama online Bwana wetu wa mbinguni, twasema ni asante kwa ajili yao Bwana. Wacha Bwana ukuwabariki, zidi kuwatenda mema, zidi kuonekania kadri mapenzi yako Bwana wetu wa mbinguni. Ni asante kwa maana imefika wakati mwingine ambapo Bwana tunataka kufungukana Yehova. Kila mmoja akarejea katika makao yake. Kuna wale ambao wametoka karibu na mbali Mwokozi, tuwakabidhi mikononi mwako Yehova. Wacha Bwana ukatupe safari njema. Tuonekanie Bwana kadri mapenzi yako Yehova. Maswali ya wale ambao umetoka wapi na unaenda wapi Mwokozi, tuwakatana nayo kupitia jina la Yesu Kristo Yehova. Wacha Bwana wetu wa mbinguni tarehe 14 hadi 16, wewe ndiye ambao unajua washindi ni wakina nani. Twakuomba Bwana ukaweza kwa kutopokeza Mwokozi. Twajua kwamba Bwana tumefanya sehemu yetu Bwana wetu wa mbinguni. Kama candidates wote Mwokozi, tumeweza kuweza kuuza manifesto yetu Bwana wetu wa mbinguni. Hata chairman wetu Bwana Alan Omondi ameweza kuuza manifesto ya Yehova pamoja na team Go Bwana wetu wa mbinguni. Tukiwa na Mr. Fidel, tukiwa na Kanda, tukiwa na Nu, tukiwa na Mother Serengo, tukiwa na Patricia Kadurima, tukiwa na pamoja nami Stanley, tumeweza kuuza manifesto ya Yehova. Hata timu zile zingine zimefanya vile Mwokozi. Twajikabidhi mikoni mwako Yehova, tukijua kwamba Bwana ushindi ukitangazwa Yehova utakuwa upande wetu Yehova. Twajikabidhi mikoni mwako tukijua kwamba Bwana wanaokutegemea Mwokozi hauwaachilii Mwokozi. Tumekuwa pamoja nawe tangia wakati tulipeleka makaratasi yetu, tukaweza kuwa kuungana Mwokozi, tukakuita Bwana ukatembea pamoja nasi. Tumezunguka Bwana Kenya nzima, Bwana wetu wa mbinguni, sehemu tofauti na tofauti. Tumekuwa kupokelewa Mwokozi, tumekuwa kuahidiwa Mwokozi. Wengi wametamka na vinywa vyao, wengine wameweza kusema katika roho zao na hata katika fikra zao, wakasema wataweza kutupa kura Mwokozi. Wacha tarehe 14 wakaweze kuonesha katika matendo ya Yehova. Najua ya kwamba Bwana wewe ndio unawajua waja wako, wewe ndio unayekaa na watu wako, na utaweza kuwapa hekima na maarifa. Bwana wetu wa mbinguni, pokea sifa, pokea shukrani zetu. Twasema ni asante, pokea sifa, pokea shukrani zetu. Hata kwa MC wetu ambaye ni Nimrod Tabu, tumkabidhi mikoni mwako, mzidishie neema yako, mpanulie kazi yake. Wacha Bwana akazidi kuneemeka na akazidi kuendelea. Bwana wetu wa mbinguni, pokea sifa, pokea shukrani zetu. Tuomba yote tukijua kwamba utaweza kuyatimiza kupitia jina la Mwana Yesu Kristo, tuomba tukiamini. Amen. And may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, there's still some tea and a bit of snack pale nje. You can have some kabla ya kwenda nyumbani. God bless you. See you again tutakapokutana. Mubarikiwe sana. Asante.